mistake. I'm
We
sorry.
are. Can I get my countdown, please?
I made a mistake with my math. Sure did.
And we are slowly off. Well, forget about this whole thing. Every morning,
yeah. Off the ropes be the podcast of mass destruction. Guess who's here for OGs of wrestling? Ain't no competition, we report, you gon' listen. Never no mercy, we bring the ring to the streets. If you don't know, you better find out. Off the ropes, here to prove a point.
I think we're up. We at it.
Nice.
We up. We at it. We are. In fact, yeah, man. Because of some technical difficulties that's going on from you guys will be taking all over the place to YouTube and also to Twitch TV as we got Edu in the second bubble. We got Cyber Yeti over there in the far corner. Below him is Nate Dogg. Right next to him is Uncle Fast with a black screen. We got Big Mike on the far corner underneath me. And as we keep going further down the line, we got two special guests in the house.
Screen.
What one mine? Yeah, buddy. Missing one more other person. Yeah, we here and we got a legend for you folks today. This is very special. This is very, very special because I was watching him since doing the whole trait taste thing going way back in the day. Trading tapes on ECW, and you always would see this guy with a Singapore say out to me because he always had the best shirt in the house. Got blood. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know who the hell I'm talking about. And of course, he is a former ECW tag team champion, a former hardcore champion, and he was a former world heavyweight champion for ECW. Man, I got Justin Incredible in the building at the far PM. Stay with us. I'm very appreciative. A beautiful thing for us here podcast. For joining us, man.
Okay, so it looks like we're having a little bit technical. There we go.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but if you can, I'm not hearing very much.
Yeah, I actually had a little bit of issue here in Blackheart there, but we do have
I hear something.
For many others.
I heard the introductions a little bit, but they were choppy.
Yeah, they were a little choppy there.
Dust.
Nothing over here.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and just fill in a couple
we all
of things
had to go.
All right, guys. Well, of course, we have ECW legend here.
He was the one. Yeah, he was the one person that stood out for us, man. Who stuff for me?
I'm gonna try to listen. I'm gonna drop out and drop back in.
Yeah, this was when back in the day when the tape trades were popular back then. So, yeah, man. Just seeing his got blood shirt, him.
Oh man. Hey, Blackheart, we are having a hard time hearing you, man. You're cutting in and out. Can you hear me okay?
His mic looks muted.
Check 1, check 2.
Okay. Yvonne, I can hear you. Nate, I can hear you. Big Mike, are you good? Okay. Yeah. Fax, are you good? Okay, so I can't hear anything from him, so I don't know what's going on. And Miss Ashley, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
All right, awesome. Justin just dropped out, and he's going to try to join back up because apparently there are some issues going on in regards to the audio. So we do apologize about that, guys. All right, so this is season 3 of Off the Top Rope podcast. If you couldn't hear Blackheart just a second ago, he was just doing some quick introductions. You know, we did a little quick introduction for Justin Incredible. And also, we do have the lovely Miss Ashley Slashey here with us as well today. So, guys, you know, big warm.
What just happened?
Oh,
And no more audio.
and no more Cyber Yeti. All right, that's cool. That's cool. We'll go to host number 3. I'll take that.
And
Hopefully, I won't.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have the beautiful Miss Ashley Slashey here.
And he was never heard from again.
Well,
What the
hopefully,
fuck's going on? Yeah, see that we're having some technical difficulties. I don't know what the hell's going on with our stuff. But Ashley, honey, you here. I was trying to give you a nice proper introduction. I don't know if you can hear me straight. Yeah, Ashley Slashey, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful Valley herself. She Valley, oh my god, she Valley likes a Dustin Rose, Gold Dust, but wrestler in independent and professional promotions as well. As she wanted to be called Jane Exotic because of the exotic animals that she collects and hoards and taking care of herself. So I gotta give her a much praise for that because that drag over there had fucked up my head the other day. But yeah, so we got Ashley Slashey on the show. We got Justin Incredible on the show as well. I'll try to give him a proper introduction as well. Champion, former ECW tag team champion. And we have a former hardcore champion as well. But the promotion, so he is taking booking. There he is. Oh my god, your screen. Anyway, so
What's going on, guys? Yeah, no.
Cyber,
yeah,
if
I'm
you can
having a
hear
hard
me,
time
man,
coming in,
you're
but,
second in
I'm
charge. So
hearing
just in
you.
case if my shit gets choppy, man, you just take over.
Okay, I
Other
got
than
you.
that, man, we just have a jam-packed people in the house. I think people are just on Wi-Fi and shit like that too. So that's why a lot of our shit's getting chopped up the wrong way. So let's start this off. Justin Incredible, can you hear me, sir?
I
Alright,
shut
so
my Wi-Fi.
I can hear you very well. Yep.
If that's just funny.
I
right,
blame my
awesome.
Wi-Fi, man. All right, man, sir. So, Justin, I'm gonna start
Yeah,
the
I'm hearing
questions
you.
off with you. So, Justin,
Okay.
Come on. Oh man, there they go again.
Oh, look at all you lovely people.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. So let's just go ahead and start this real quick since we're continually having some issues here. Let's go ahead and just start off real quick with Miss Ashley. Okay, so I got to tell you, Blackheart talked to me last night after he did a little test run with you on this platform we're using, and he was telling me about your very exotic taste in when it comes to pets. So really quick, what got you into that? Like, what got you into wanting to have? I think he said something about a dragon. Uh-oh.
I have 3 lizards.
Uh-huh.
My drag probably referring to my iguana.
Oh, okay. I had a
Who
feeling
is
that there was
Okay.
another
about
there was
7
another
feet
story
long.
there.
He's larger than me. Most
Oh,
of it
goodness.
is tail.
Oh, wow.
Most of it is tail. So he used to go to. So maybe I'll be bringing that back soon. I
Oh.
was talking about it with one of my friends who was recently on Go Big Show. So you can check that out on, I think, TBS. He's an alligator trainer. So
Oh,
that's pretty
wow.
cool.
Oh.
That is
Yeah.
actually very cool.
So they didn't let him, because of COVID or whatever, they didn't let him bring his alligators out, but
Okay.
like
Oh, well, that's
I went
that's
to
actually very very cool. Um, okay, now another question I have
season.
have for you.
There was like a and you could like reach over, like you can't reach over. I reached over. I just picked
Uh-huh.
Moto Dragon, and I was like, "Yay!" And you're not supposed to do that. My
Ooh.
bad. But
Ah,
they loved
yes.
me, and I loved him.
Fuck it, I might need to pull an audible.
And
Um,
people gave
My
me a free
own
Moto
Jacks
Dragon
real
plushie,
quick.
and I loved it forever.
well, well, that's actually very interesting. That's
I'm
actually really
What's
cool.
going on?
I'm not afraid.
What's going on?
So you're not afraid to handle,
But I hear if they lick you, that you'll be like there for a while.
Yeah, go
And
ahead,
he did lick
Justin.
me, and it
Hey guys, can we hear each other? I'm sorry, it's been so confusing. I've been dropping in and out trying to get a better signal. Are we here?
yes,
He's
we
back.
are here.
It's PJ, just incredible. How are you, Ashley?
Same.
Good to see you. It's all right, guys. Let's try to get this. Can
Listening
we
to
hear each other?
aquarium
Are we all good
stories
here?
because I have
I'm good.
nothing else
All
to
right.
say
I'm
about
good.
Yeah, we gotta figure something out as far as like how to
Yeah,
get
we can hear
all of us to
each
talk.
other, but my piece of shit is just.
We're all waiting to hear from you.
I got nothing to say,
Oh,
but no, let's
Okay.
listen. Let's try to get organized here. I'm happy to be here with you guys. We have a lot of cool stuff to say. Let's do this for a roundtable, and of course, whoever's in charge, jump in, man. But what should we discuss in the business of pro wrestling in 2021? You know, moving forward, all the cool stuff, exciting stuff. You know, going on with AEW, with Impact Wrestling last night at Hard to Kill.
Listen, man, just go walk with me until I gotta figure out the situation over here.
Just what?
I know he kind of broke up with that. I'm trying to
Yeah, just go full bonkers with it, man.
No, I'm just
Shut up, man. Just go for it.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to figure out a way like we could have a cool discussion because I'm having a hard time hearing anybody. So I just figured we could. Is there anything we would all want to talk about, all of us, about pro wrestling in 2021? Maybe like Impact Wrestling with AEW co-promoting. I saw the pay-per-view last night. I thought it was pretty dope with Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers making their debut on Impact. It was pretty cool, and it's, you know, just a lot of interesting stuff going on in this crazy pandemic world, you know. So just wanted to get anybody's ideas or thoughts of what you all want to talk about, you know, because I'm here for the, you know, for the duration. So let's get some good conversation, you know.
Actually, just going off of what you just said, Justin, my biggest thing is we have seen on social media where Tama Tonga has flat out talked about Kenny Omega, the Good Brothers, all of them starting to get back together and starting to refer to themselves as the Bullet Club. We've even seen Kenny Omega come out in a Bullet Club shirt. So we know how very opinionated Tama Tonga is when it comes to this. Now, there's only two things running through my mind. Is this a work? Is AEW in talks with working with New Japan? Or is this legitimately him getting ticked off and him wanting to talk crap to Kenny Omega and Carl Anderson?
I think honestly that's the beauty of this. It could go both ways, really, right? Because Tonga would have he should have gripes, right, about, and he should be upset about them using the Bullet Club logo and, you know, that whole thing, because he was an integral part of it in New Japan Pro Wrestling when they all got famous and they all got over. So is it a work? I'm not sure, but you know, there's certainly money in this, man. You know, look, anything in wrestling, which a lot of people nowadays, a lot of guys and gals that are in the business don't really get it. That half of the stuff that was done in the 90s and the Attitude Era, and so like the glory days, they would say, of pro wrestling with WCW and WWF, you know, a lot of that shit was work shoot. Like a lot of the stuff was, you know, it was worked, but there was intention behind it. So if this is one of those situations, we don't know, but it certainly makes for entertaining, you know, entertaining stuff. And also, who's to tell that they're not all Kenny Omega's trying to work with Tama Tonga to work AEW into giving those boys a hell of a sweet deal to come in. You know, you can't in pro wrestling, dude. Everything's fake. Just remember that. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to work on a bigger, better deal.
Because I think what it is too is like you said, of course, we all know wrestling's fake, but we just enjoy watching it because hey, it's
Sure.
good. But my whole thing behind it is I think one side or the other may not be 100% on board with it, which I have a feeling it's New Japan because they've kind of undergone kind of a little bit of a restructuring over the last couple of years. It's not the same people really sitting toward the top anymore. So I think what it is they're trying to show them that, hey, if we do this the right way, like this angle with Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers, and then we turn around and they do it with Tama Tonga, with Gorillas of Destiny and the Bullet Club there. I mean, they could easily, this could actually turn into a really good money-making storyline for all three companies if they decide to go that route. But the question is that there has to be one company that isn't 100% on board, and I think that is New Japan.
And then you're possibly right with that. I didn't know what you just mentioned to me was first time hearing it. I'm not very schooled in what New Japan is doing. I don't know really who's in charge. But that makes sense. If they were all super smart, dude, and nobody could see this coming. But if those guys were really legit, like Bullet Club, and used that gimmick in real life, they could all corner the wrestling globe. If they, you know what I mean, they could force New Japan's hand, AEW's hand, and Impact Wrestling's hand if they were all united, which is hard to do when you have very different egos and personalities. And quite honestly, not just that, but necessities. Financially, people, contracts don't pay the same for everyone. So everybody's out to kind of make their own way in this business, which sometimes to fans and to even insiders, it's not what it seems to be. So who knows what the real, what the real motivation is. But if they really wanted to, man, those guys could work magic at this point because it's perfect right now for something of that nature. It would be huge, really huge.
Oh yeah, most definitely, and I think it could be very money beneficial to both sides. I mean, especially
Definitely.
with really huge.
They have. The history that they have in general, just from them coming up in New Japan, also with AEW still having a couple of talents still tangled up with New Japan. I know Moxley is still tied up with them. And it would be beneficial.
That's right.
Then they won't have to try to work with each other's schedules as much because then the storylines would carry across all three brands, and they would be able to continue it just down the row. So I mean, there's infinite possibilities when it comes to that. And that pay-per-view last night was actually really good. We saw the reintroduction of the women's tag team titles. We saw the big 6-man tag match between Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers versus Moose and God dang it. The rest of the names just slip my freaking
Joe Doring, the big gentleman. Oh no, that was the other match. That was the Dreamer match.
Yeah.
I'm all over the place. Yeah. Rick Swan. Wasn't it Rick Swan?
Rick Swan, Chris Sabin, and Moose.
And Moose. Yeah. Okay.
Now that was a good main event for them last night when it comes to Hard to Kill. Sorry, folks, I had to jump mobile, go on my phone, so the laptop is gonna be the main hub stationary shit. So I'm just kind of tweeting back and forth. Justin, my fault. Ashley, my fault, sweetheart. Anyway, I don't want to try to jump into you guys' conversation about Hard to Kill pay-per-view last night, but I was actually pretty surprised what kind of pay-per-view that they threw out last night. You know what I mean? So. Justin, so when it comes to the whole Impact Wrestling thing, I'm still brand new to it, but there's a few people in this society or in this little square society of ours here that knows more shit about Impact than I do. New Japan, I'm still getting my feet wet when it comes to that, so I have no experience when it comes to that. Besides some of the older generation of New Japan pro wrestling stars from back in the day, but also just other promotions and stuff like that too. Like I'm still trying to get my hand into most of the independents because as I try to tell these guys, forget about the people that's on TV right now. Focus on the people that's trying to get in, to trying to be on TV to see what they can bring to the table. Because those are going to be the next set of stars.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and I think that's a big place to focus your television. Look, I think AEW has done a fairly decent job. I do a weekly review show on AEW Dynamite with Vince Russo. Love him or hate him, but we have a great discussion every week, Fridays on Twitch and stuff. And one thing we've come to kind of analyze in the ratings and in the way they produce television is I don't know if it's become a work between them working Tony Khan, or is Tony Khan just oblivious to growing the ratings? We've kind of attested it to. I think Cody Rhodes and Tony Khan are just kind of happy playing with house money, playing with billionaire money to get their buddies' paydays. Because when AEW started, the ratings were around 1.2 million to 1.1 million, and in 2020 we did the math and stuff from legitimate ratings. It was like down to 125,000, and so far this year it's dropped back down to 750. Although it's ahead of NXT. Are they even trying to write storylines that are going to gather new fans, or are they just okay with giving their buddies paychecks and kind of like running their own little pseudo indie promotion on TNT? I mean, I don't know. They've had so many opportunities. Miro, Matt Hardy, God rest his soul, Brody Lee, Lance Archer, so many amazing guys that I don't think they take full advantage of as far as booking. And it's all curious to me, like how they, are they intending to grow their business to a national scale, or are they just cool being where they are? And then comes to the other thing that comes to mind is TNT eventually happy with the rating, or do they want more? You know what I'm saying? Because TNT's a pretty big station, and at the end of the day, if they don't start cracking 1 million, it's going to become a problem with advertising dollars and so forth. So it's just a lot of stuff that I question. I'm not sure of myself.
What I see it coming down to with that is if they don't find a way to improve upon what they have, it's not going to end well. I can easily see it becoming a situation of they'll continue to lose ratings. It's going to turn into a whole situation of WCW back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and they're going to be in the same boat. And what needs to happen is they legitimately need a wrestling mindset person that's working side by side with Tony Khan, and it's not a wrestler.
Right.
Because
I agree. I agree.
Having someone like a wrestler being in there and telling them, I feel like they're taking advantage of Tony Khan. That's what I feel.
And I hate to say this because I was very close with the old man Dusty Rhodes when he came into ECW and we did business together. But it's a Dusty move. Dusty always, when he was running TBS and WCW and booking, he was always worried and taking care of his friends. Is that what Cody Rhodes is doing on TNT? Of course, Cody now, again, I'm not dissing on Cody. I don't know Cody at all. I don't think I've ever met him, to be perfectly frank. So there's no hate. There's nothing but love for Cody Rhodes. I'm a fan of his work. But, is he doing the same thing that was done in the past? Is, okay, I'm going to bring my friends. I'm going to, we're going to do this little thing, and we're going to string it along. I'm telling you, what they need, you're absolutely right, is not necessarily a wrestler in those positions. And I never thought I would say this. It took me a year of banging heads with Vince Russo. And I'm not saying Vince Russo, but I'm saying to at least notice someone that wrote successful television at one point for WWF, Monday Night Raw during the Attitude Era, at least bring in a writer of some sort that knows how to hook fans, whether it's a pro wrestling writer or not a pro wrestling writer. Could be a television writer, but somebody that knows the dynamic of a cliffhanger, of some hook. It's like, if I don't watch AEW Dynamite, I'm not going to miss shit. I'll look at the results, wins, losses. Okay, none of it matters. What worked in the Attitude Era was must-see TV, both for WWF, or the old WWF, and WCW. It was totally like we had to tune in. We didn't know what was going to happen. Who's going to show up on Nitro? Who's going to show up on Raw? We had to tune in. Today, it's like, we miss an episode or two. We'll catch up whenever. And I think by hiring writers, it would certainly help at least get that hook. I don't know what the answer is, but I do see the problem of them just putting matches together. And another thing, too, they'll have this week, for example, they had Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers against, Jesus Christ, Brian Pillman Jr., that Garrison kid, and some other indie dude, this kid, Danny Limelight. It was a 6-man tag match when Omega and the Good Brothers are going to go over, and it was well over 12 minutes. It's like, dude, that's a glorified squash match. Why are you wasting 12 minutes of primetime TNT television? Why aren't you doing vignettes or doing some other shit with other people instead of a glorified squash match? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just weird to me. They just got to do better with their time because it's precious. That TV time is precious.
Yeah, most definitely. And the big thing is they have young talent. They have
great talent. Yeah,
Orange Cassidy, which I love watching him. He has so much potential to grow. Darby Allin, he's the TNT champion. He should be, getting more time as well, on AEW side. And they're at Impact. I mean, they have, so they have potential there too, where they can grow young talent. But instead, they're doing, like you said, these glorified squash matches. Why?
Yeah.
Why do that? If they're going to be doing crossovers, then they need to be bringing Darby Allin over to an Impact episode, letting him face one of their top people. They need to do this right, because if not, it's going to turn, I hate to say it, it's going to turn bad like it did, like the whole WWF invasion angle. I'm sorry. That was horrible. I mean,
yeah, it was. I was there. Trust me, I know. I was there.
WCW guys got shit on, man.
Yeah,
I
was there, dude. Yeah, it was bad. But I don't know if they're going to realize that. Everybody always times change and people forget, and everybody thinks that they can do it better on their end. You know what I mean? So who knows?
So Justin, quick question. Go ahead. So Justin, do you feel like AEW is just another Marco or a cross breed between WCW and ECW just put together?
That's a good question, man. I do think it's sort of like a WCW, nothing like ECW, and I'll explain why in a second. But the reason I say it's like a WCW is it's corporate, it's on TNT, and I think TNT brass is looking for pro wrestling once again to kind of, because ratings have changed. The way we consume pro wrestling in the digital age with YouTube, with streaming services, the ratings aren't the same as they were during Monday Night Raw and the Monday Night Wars in the late 90s. They're just different, but they see a value in it. So now what Cody and those guys are trying to do is they're bringing in top independent talent from all over the country, all over the world. And the problem here is there's just, to me, there's a disconnect. With ECW, it was something raw and visceral that it wasn't, we didn't make it. The fans kind of felt it and started coming up from the bottom, because if you remember what made ECW successful, WWF had Duke the Dumpster Droese, Mantar, Aldo Montoya, and a bunch of other jabrones, right, that they were featuring on television. WCW had, guys that nobody cared about, a bunch of WWF rejects. So ECW showed wrestling fans and hardcore fans, this is more, traditional wrestling that we would like, that we, because neither company was offering it. So, and I think they have not hit on that yet. I think they have yet to identify what their strong suits are and to concentrate on, all right, who are we going to push? Like Darby Allin, we brought Sting in. The reason they brought Sting in is to get Darby Allin over. So hopefully that will help. And I think Darby Allin is a great choice. I think he's money from Jump Street. But who else do you got there? Kenny Omega, guys like that. They have to do a better job of showing these guys week in and week out. The biggest problem I have with AEW is you'll see a Nyla Rose or you'll see a Lance Archer, and then you won't see him for 2 or 3 weeks. You know what I mean? We're not, or a Joey Janela. Like, we need to see these superstars every week to get over. And with that 2-hour window, instead of having these long ass squash matches, etc., we should be getting all the talent we want to get over. You know what I mean? And fitting them into this program so every week fans tuning in could get to see their favorites and then become familiar with them. So this way they have an opportunity to draw. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense,
I totally feel you. Ashley, do you have anything to say about that, or do you feel what Justin said was pretty damn accurate?
I think it's pretty accurate, but I like that you don't see the same people every week, that you have to wait like 3 weeks for somebody to come back. But that's just my opinion.
Okay. Oh, Ashley,
Like,
I don't want you
on
to
Raw
be,
or SmackDown,
overswarmed,
even
and all that.
NXT, you
So
still see
some of
like
these
the same.
questions.
I'm like, Randy Orton again.
It's cool. It's cool to know that. Ashley. So I mean, we've been talking more about Justice. So let's get a couple of questions for you. For you in it real quick. So Ashley Slashey, can you tell us about your origin in wrestling? Yeah, the training that you had to go through, and what was your first match like?
I ordered. I went to an
Yeah, your very
indie
first
show, as
match.
you do when you find out that WWE is out there. There's other stuff. Thank God. And then you go to your first indie show, and then you happen to like meet Tommy Dreamer and Dusty Rhodes, and Dusty's like, "Wow, you look good. Our career launches from there." So from there, I was like, "Well, how do you do this?" And then Tommy and Dusty were like, "Well, you go to a school, and it all goes from there." Oh, okay, cool. So I went to a really shitty school, as you do, and then another one, and another one. And I finally wound up at this place that started off really terrible, and our trainers never showed up, and students just didn't exist. So students kept leaving because there's no trainer. It'd be weeks and weeks and months of no. And then finally, it was down to me and one other person. And then Justin came along, and he was like, "You're the only two." I'm like, "Yeah, please help me."
Oh,
So I
goodness.
ended up being trained by Justin for a while. Eventually, the
Yeah.
other kid left.
Yay! See, it's a small acting role, man.
I
Because what
thought
Cyber
That
showed
was a
me a
nightmare.
picture of Joe Justin training with you, and when he showed me that, I was like, oh, they probably don't even know. Like it could have been so long ago that they probably haven't really seen each other for like a while. Sometimes when you're mostly on the road and you're working, sometimes you don't think about that type of stuff until like you see that person like face to face. You're like, wow, you remember that day? You remember the time that you used to train me and stuff like that? So when he showed me that, it kind of like put a smile on my face. It's like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
that tripped me out more than anything. I was like, oh my God. It makes you realize how small of a world it can be, especially with people who are on the independents and people who
True.
are training and constantly
I
looking for,
remember
ways in.
that
All right. I got a
I was
question
waiting on Ashley, but no, I wanted to say something real quick. I was waiting on Ashley to respond, but
Yeah.
I just remembered she was we met in Waterbury, Connecticut at Jason Knight's school, and from the beginning. I mean, we're talking 2006, 2007, maybe. I'm not even sure. I mean, I know it was maybe, I don't know. Maybe my dates are off, dude. I'm punch drunk, but nonetheless, I saw a lot of ability in her, a lot of desire. Beautiful young lady, and really loved the business. So right there, I mean, this business is all about just giving people an opportunity, and she wanted to learn and she wanted to get better. So yeah, she was a really cool girl, and I was actually really surprised because when you guys had me on, I did not know she was coming on, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, where do I know this girl from? And then I'm like, oh my God, because I actually I believed in her so much. I had her come out to the ring and manage me on a couple of independent shows in the area because I liked her look and stuff. So I believed in her. So I'm glad she's doing really well. It's cool, very cool to see.
Oh, Nate, you said you had a question real quick.
Yeah, I do. I'm a huge fan of Justin Incredible. I always used to watch him when I was a kid, like with the ECW, and then went over to WWE, and then they had their invasion and everything. It was really, really cool. But my main question was because I was doing my other podcast today, and my co-host even remembered Justin Incredible as well, but he also remembered him as the Portuguese Man of War.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, what they brought the gimmick onto you and was like, all right, you're gonna be the Portuguese Man of War now. So that was
Okay,
a question for you, Justin.
Yeah, I was 19 years old, and I was doing jobs, like, it was a jobber for the WWF, the old WWF. And
Yeah.
I'm born and raised in Waterbury, Connecticut, still live here to this day. And
That's awesome.
they needed somebody to go into Stamford, where the WWE office is today, and it was back then, to help train with Brian Lee and Undertaker, Mark Calloway, to help do the fake Undertaker gimmick that they did for SummerSlam in 1994. So
that was a good
I was
match.
booked to go there. Yeah, I went there to kind of work with Brian Lee so he can get used to doing, and copying Undertaker. So it was myself, Mark, and Brian. And we worked all week. Friday, we had a dry run where Brian Lee got dressed in the Undertaker gimmick, and Vince McMahon and Pat Patterson had come down to watch. So basically, it was a dress rehearsal in front of the boss and Pat, which was the second man up for being the boss, and Mark, the Undertaker. So after that, it went great. Pat started asking me questions about who trained me. I told him, well, the Hart brothers, Brett and Owen's family. And he asked me, which was a real random question. He goes, well, what nationality are you? And I said, I'm Portuguese. And he looked over to Vince and goes, Vince, this kid's Portuguese. And Vince pops. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Well, okay, I'm Portuguese, no big deal. And then Pat goes, do you speak it? I said, yes, sir, I do. And he goes, Vince, this kid speaks fucking Portuguese. And Vince goes, ha, ha, very good. Ha. Well, the whole time they were looking for a Portuguese kid to be in the WWE because they planned on going to South America, to Brazil, which is a Portuguese-speaking country, to kind of extend their international travels. So that's how I got my first job in the WWE as Aldo. They were looking for a Portuguese guy, and I happened to be in the right place at the right time. And that's how my journey started in '94,
That is pretty awesome, though.
Speaking, go ahead, Nathan. Man, my fault.
Sorry. Just a follow-up thing to it. So every time you went to like Brazil or even like Portugal or something like that, was everybody like super excited to see you like be in there?
Oh yeah.
Do, like a live match.
Sure. Yeah, it was when we did a ton of overseas stuff, and it was always I was always booked on all the European tours and the South American tours, etc. So yeah, it was really cool. It was a lot of fun, and I was like 19 years old, 20 years old, dude. So it was an amazing life experience, I saw the world, dude. It was very cool. Yeah, very, very blessed. Very blessed.
That's awesome. All right, I'm all set whenever you guys are. Raring to go.
Justin, one quick question. So let's just take a little trip back to ECW, because I was watching for the last week. I was watching all the 2000 pay-per-views, and I said 2000 was the greatest year in ECW's history because you guys had so much of the core number one, the core talent. Number two, you had just gone on the television to ECW or TNA. I was happy for y'all when I was watching as a 10-year-old. I'm like, yes, finally now I can actually see them now. I don't have to do the whole D-Train thing anymore. Bottom line was, I just felt like that company should have lasted so much longer than what it did. What happened?
Yeah.
I mean, was it anything involving Paul Heyman's business plan? Was it because of just what WCW was going through and WWE was already off to the damn races, becoming an IPO company themselves? just what was the landscape from 2000 to 2001, and just how something so prominent?
We were doing great business. Our shows were selling out. We do 2,500 to 3,000 fans every night. But the problem was both WWE and WCW were poaching talent. I mean, Paul Heyman, I was wrestling on Fridays and Saturdays for ECW, and I was making a guaranteed salary of $2,500 a week, whether I wrestled or not, regardless of how many shows. So I was making 10 grand a month for Paul. And because he would have to outbid you from going to WWE or WCW. So not just me, but Van Dam was getting that, Sabu, although it's all the way down the line, so guys were getting paid to stay in ECW, but that's what eventually, long story really short, that's what bankrupted Paul, because he had to keep his talent. It was a market where he had to pay us. I mean, because in wrestling, dude, you don't know when you're going to get an opportunity. I was making great money, 6 figures. And WCW was offering me more, so I would take a little less to stay in ECW, and so did a lot of others. But Paul had to kind of ante up money he could not afford for all of his main players to not jump ship. So I think, in essence, that's what really caused the bad business decisions, and and we almost made it by the skin of our teeth. If creditors would have held on for a couple more months, ECW would have made it. So it was just, that close. But it was just very competitive at that time financially, because I know guys are like, yeah, it's not all about the money. It's not. But if you don't make that money when you have the opportunity, you don't make it ever, because this year I could be hot. Next year I could be nothing. And if you don't take that opportunity to make the most money you can at that opportunity you're given, you may never get it. So it's very important that you go. I know it sounds weird, like, Paul Heyman was paying you that kind of money, but dude, it's a business. It is a business, and we had to do what's best. I had a wife, I had children, and we all did. So that's what it was, And I was glad I stuck with ECW till the very end. I wrestled the last ever house show. I stuck it out till the end. So. But I think a lot of it was that,
Yeah, it was so. Cause then, as I found out, like the pay-per-view companies had owed you guys what $2.8 million,
Yes.
and the only way for y'all to get that money was for y'all to get another distribution, or to get back onto another television station, just to have to give you guys the money. And then y'all gonna got compensated. The company was survived. So I felt like this wasn't technically you guys' fault. So I felt like this was the pay-per-view company's fault. They held on to that money because they gave me on the fact that, if we give them the money, we're not going to get it back. But if we keep the money and just say, go do this, then we'll give you guys some money hands free, no questions asked.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just how I felt.
It was the matter of months. If we could have held on for a couple of more months, it would have worked out. And then if you think about it, how crazy would this have been? WCW would have been out of business, and it would have just been ECW and WWE if we could have held on. But it wasn't the boys. It wasn't us threatening to leave. It was just creditors. It was we couldn't book buildings anymore. Paul literally had nothing left. I mean, Dreamer basically went bankrupt trying to help. We all did. I mean, we all tried to do the best we could. We all hung on for weeks and weeks as best we could. But when nobody's, when you don't have money to pay the rent, you have to do something. And unfortunately, we held on the best we could. And I wish to this day we could have done something for ECW to still be here, because I think Paul was ready though, dude. To be honest, I think he was done with the fight. I think he felt, all right, I made my name. I did the impossible.
Oh man. Do you freeze up? No.
Something happened. Oh no. Oh no. If Fats is in here, he got someone off of Twitch that says, can you please ask Uncle Fats about his tweets on murder turtles coming to the mainland from the island of Turtlon?
What?
He was posting photos he claimed to have brought from a ship on the black market. He showed turtles with laces attached to their heads. What the fuck is this? Like some? Okay, wait a minute. Is this person Goro187 trying to punk us unless some other shit? Because I have no idea what the hell are you even talking about, bro.
Hold on, let me see.
With freaking laser beams attached to their heads. You heard? I was like, some real Dr. Evil type shit. Like, who is this? I was like, who is this jerk off? As I'm trying to get Justin and Ashley back in here. Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
It's crazy season premiere.
Yeah, this is a crazy ass season premiere. Yes, it is.
This is what you get.
This is what happens when it's Wi-Fi. You don't have the internet cable and all this other stuff. That's what happened.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, so I gotta work on some stuff on my end too. Some difficulties. Okay, we add him back. Okay.
Back. There we go.
Okay, we're back.
I'm here. I can hear you.
I don't know what the hell is going on. Uncle Faz, he has someone calling you out on Twitch. I don't know what the hell that the quote was even about, but nonetheless, I'll read it to you if I can actually find it. Okay. Is just ask Justin how the blue meanie was. Oh well, someone Goro187 asks you Justin a question and say how is the blue?
Oh,
Okay.
There you go. Okay, so pretty much
I hear
wrapping
you.
up.
No, you guys are breaking up.
All right, I got a serious question. I got a couple questions here. For you, Justin. All right, who's the better tag team partner for you? Was it Lance Storm or X-Pac?
Oh, definitely Lance. Definitely Lance. Because he helped train me over by the Hearts in Calgary, so definitely Lance was. We were. He was the first guy that I ever knew in the business, and he trained me and pretty much taught me a lot of what I know. So, 100% Lance. Yeah, totally.
All right, and okay.
Hold up.
And another one is.
Let me piggyback on that. So, because he trained you, did that make it easier for y'all to put stuff together and just things flow naturally because you kind of knew what he was thinking?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we were trained very much similar. Like I said, with the Hearts, I went to wrestling school in Calgary, so it was very much the same kind of belief system, the same kind of training, and Jericho as well. Jericho trained the year before I did with Lance, so us three really got the same kind of training that came out of Calgary, which was really cool because it was very special. The Hearts were some of the best trainers in the world, and to this day they were still famous for it. So I was very blessed in that way. And yeah, Lance definitely was the shit, dude.
Okay. Now who would you put for the ECW Mount Rushmore?
Oh wow. Paul Heyman, Tommy Dreamer, Van Dam, and Sandman. Oh fuck! I gotta say Van Dam, Sabu, and Sandman. I know that's one guy too many, but I got to do it that way.
Hey, screw it,
Sabu,
man.
Sandman,
Screw it,
Van
man.
Dam,
You become your own
Heyman,
little
and
Picasso
Dreamer.
nowadays.
All right.
Thank you. Man. Thank you, E Dukes. Ashley, sorry for so this whole damn technical difficulty, man. Just Jesus. All right, so several questions. It's gonna be aiming towards you. So for you for your Valley work, can you just tell us here, besides Justin and Goldust, who I've already mentioned before, how many other wrestlers have you Valley for?
Oh my god, so many. I don't know. Tommy Dreamer, Matt Stryker, Rikishi, Dusty Rhodes, of course. I'm blanking because I'm on the spot. Jerry Lawler. I don't know. John Moxley,
Really?
Really?
Wow.
help me.
Wow.
John Moxley.
Look at my stuff. Um, yeah. He really likes granola bars and taking the whole box. And cupcakes. Justin, no. Justin
Okay.
also likes cupcakes.
Oh.
Um,
Oh
he'll
no.
even eat the melted. Rikishi doesn't
Okay,
like
Ashley.
He's trying to throw his name under the bus. That's messed up.
Okay, I have a quick question for you,
Um,
Ashley. Okay, so
what?
we've seen valets kind of
Yes.
dip down over the past couple years in regards to people having them. They're still real prominent in the independent scenes as we've seen, and you
They're
you
all gone.
have quite a bit of work through that. Now, let me just ask you this: do you have a goal in regards to what you want to like, where you want to go, or where you want to end up in this line of work, or are you still just kind of just going with the flow and just going to keep doing it until it finally happens or something happens?
I mean, I do. I mean, I'm also wrestling as well,
Uh-huh.
so
Mhm.
I don't just ballet,
Yes.
but I do love balleting. So I mean, I will be kicking asses everywhere. Maybe throwing iguanas on. Maybe we'll see.
So Ashley, who's your greatest
But
opponent thus
I'm still
far?
training. I will be.
Okay. Okay. 'Cause I was really gonna ask you like who's your
You
greatest
never know.
match thus far, but if you're still in training, then you still it's still slowly coming to your own. But that's another question though.
Oh,
Um I said this to you the other night. That you can just put up like your hair into different styles and you just come create a whole nother person. And you gave me this Jane Exotic gimmick that you pitched to me the other night. And I said that's actually pretty damn solid because of the exotic able that you do have. So my question to you is: you think that so you think that you can take out Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, then kind of take over that whole stable yourself?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
I
This
mean,
Jane Exotic.
need a James. What's Tarzan without his dream?
Ooh,
Ooh!
please tell me I just heard that. That is awesome.
Yes, she did. You heard her.
I am surrounded by plants right now, so hey.
No joke. I would love to see
Interesting.
that. I would love to see that.
You and Lou Perry's son. Ah, the possibilities.
Love to see it.
So
Never
will
would
you be bringing my friend?
have thought
So
about
will
it.
you be bringing my friend? And wait a minute, and in the chameleon too.
Elsewhere.
You gotta bring the both of them on too. They'd be like these. Yeah, these are my pets. Step off.
Didn't you
The
call me
Jungle
a
Boy can't handle my lizard, then he ain't shit.
Colbert?
Yeah, come
No,
back.
Colbert.
That's a big
Yawn.
boy. Her dragon is fucking huge.
They're very intimidating, but I mean, they could be. He's a hefty boy.
I got you. So another question for you. What's the best time thus far in your wrestling career?
I'm
What's been
scared
your
the
best
back
moment?
heat of Minnesota coming at you.
Hmm. I'm scared of a dragon. Fuck that.
Mm.
Working at
So
WWE, of course.
Ashley Slashey, you worked for the WWE before? When was this?
I feel like that's everyone's
Mm-hmm.
answer. Once they get there, then they're like, "What's my number moment?" or even 3 times. It looks like 6 when I hold it up like that. 3 times. So 3 whole times. Yay. Go me. It sounds
Yay.
boring when I say it. I'm the only one who can make that sound boring, I swear.
Oh no, we got worse people in this building. No,
But-
no, we got worse. We got Mike over there. He does worse than that. Avon above me, he does worse than that.
Why you lying?
What? Don't let me smack you up there in your little cubicle.
Just not putting me hard, me alone.
You ain't smacking nothing.
I'll be like, smack!
I don't know.
Oh, so
I feel. Yeah.
oh wow. Any
Match.
hey, any of y'all got any questions for her?
Okay. Here's a question to ask. Who would you want to be a perfect matchup with you? With your father's
Y'all-
ability as well.
Oh boy, facts.
Oh man. Okay.
Rey Mysterio.
Okay, I guess
Ooh,
not
good
ability
choice.
wise, but Rey Mysterio.
Good job.
When I
Mhm.
feel him.
That would be a good one.
Mm. So a high-flying luchador. All
I
right.
feel like you'd be perfect for Karrion Cross too.
Taller than him, kid.
I don't know how Scarlett would feel about that.
Man, fuck that broad. No. No disrespect, Scarlett. No disrespect, Scarlett, man. Don't, hey, man. Don't try to get Karrion on my ass. Or if you do, sign me down into NXT.
He's tall.
He is tall. Oh man. All right. So who's tall?
That's all I'm saying. He's large.
Okay. 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 We don't gotta say too much.
One hand. One hand in a frying pan.
One hand in the frying pan.
Right.
Hey.
Danger zone.
That's it.
Sizzle.
Make flapjacks with one hand, and I'll kick his ass with the other. Okay. Like,
Okay then. Okay then. Yeah. So can we see an Ashley Slashey versus Scarlett
With
match
a lizard.
in our future? We need to see that.
No joke. No
We need to
joke.
see Ashley versus Scarlett.
someone talk-
I'll be the referee.
Hey, man, I'll be the heater. I'll be the bodyguard, nerd. So, hey, man, I'll be the heater. Yo, man, I'll take whatever bumps that I need to.
I like this. That's awesome.
I'll be rough all day.
You'll be the only one antagonizing it.
Oh, burn!
Get him.
Get it! Get him!
Hello.
See,
Oh
see,
man.
see, Dukes, man, you already started some stuff, man.
Me?
Yeah, you antagonize her. She wasn't directing that to me.
That's
Yeah, you
cool.
over there running your mouth already.
Yeah.
I know.
I just said I'll be the heater. You know what I'm saying? I'll take whatever bump that I have to. I'm not the antagonizer. That's you being the mouthpiece.
No, I was about to say I'll be the referee. That's all I said.
You're gonna get involved. You're gonna get involved just like the last referee did for the past 2 days. No. Chris
Man,
Robinson, man, he gotta go. Anyone got any more questions for Ashley before she goes in back into Jane Exotic full effect and taking care of the big scary dragon?
Big scary dragon.
Big scary dragon, fire breathing
Y'all were
motherfucker.
so prepared.
Corbett, you heard him. You know what his name is? Corbett.
Mm.
Corbera. You know,
You know,
Corbera.
I used to pick up watching Trailer Park Boys,
Ooh, the
and
TV show. I mean,
that
the TV
intrigues
show, the animated one, or the movie.
No, there's an actual show, I think.
Colbert.
Yeah, the actual show. There's an animated show and there's a movie.
Oh. Oh, Ashley, I did have one question for you. So I do
He's watching
know.
the animated show.
Oh,
Yeah, I rocked with it.
yeah. Ashley, I have one question for you. I see that you stream on
Yes.
Twitch. So about how long? So how long have you been doing that?
Do I know?
How long have you been streaming on Twitch?
Yes. I
Yeah,
So
have
you're a
having a hard time.
streamer on
followers,
yeah.
and I'm not affiliated, so somebody help me out with that. 'Cause I
Well,
wanna
you
be
know what?
affiliated.
You just got in. You just got in with the right person. Hold on, I'm about to help you out with that. Hold on,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
because I've actually been doing it for about a year and a half, and I'm affiliated
Yes,
already. I got
please.
pretty decent following, so I should be able to help. All right, so let me. I'll definitely find you on that. I'll shout you out in the community so we can get you affiliated because you need to start. You need to start getting that money from Twitch.
Yeah.
Get that money
Keep
from Twitch.
keep playing that Death by Daylight. Keep playing Death by Daylight game too.
Oh, you know what? I got the perfect group. It's me and two other people. I can tell you
Death
this:
by
we'll bring you
Daylight
on
is the game right
and
there.
play with you there. It's a good game, man. I love that. One of my favorites.
You gotta remember, man, she's a gory person.
Just
and fun
spell my
fact,
last
she
name right, and you'll find it.
spell her last name. Spell her last name right, and you'll find it.
Yeah.
Fun
There it
fact for
is.
Ashley, she is a fabulous. She's a fabulous artist too. And I did not know that. I was like, oh wait, she can draw too.
Yeah.
Oh shit, she's right up my alley as well. Okay, that's what's up. I seen the last few. I seen the last few drawings that she posted up. But I was like, oh, she got some skills.
Oh my God, Ashley, why are you not affiliate yet?
See, man, I told you, Ashley.
Why aren't you affiliate yet? What? You just don't have the views, or what?
See, we could have helped you with that.
Because you already have. You have. I think you actually have more followers than I do.
Mm. See, son don't feel right about this, Ashley.
That don't sound right. Oh,
You
you're
need a
10
marketing
followers
team.
behind me. Like I said, I'll help with that. That's not a
Honest.
problem. I will help.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's very cool, that you do that. So most definitely I'll shout you out to help you out with that. But it is awesome to see. I love seeing that now that more independent
Who is your-
wrestlers, more mainstream
Daylight?
wrestlers. Huh? What was that,
Who's
Ashley?
your main on Dead by Daylight?
Oh man, I use Huntress when I'm killer. I do some nasty stuff with that, and
Your
then
main
when I
Who do you play?
huh my main survivor, I usually play with Claire. That's my main survivor.
Okay, who's your survivor? Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I play with. I play with Claire as my main survivor, and then I use Huntress when I'm killer. And people don't like when I decide that I'm gonna just use a Moray whenever they tick me off, so they don't like when I do that.
There's no claim when you're playing. There's no Claire.
Oh no, God, I keep on messing up her freaking name. I'm terrible. I
Uh-oh.
play more killer than.
See, some of us will play more of the killers than playing more as
I
the
play more.
survivors.
I love using Freddy Krueger. That's all I know.
It's Meg. I'm sorry.
I mean, Frey's alright, but
What's
he's
the
slow
shooter
as
like?
shit in that game though. So is what's that dude? The dude with the clown mask. Oh shit, that motherfucker's a prick.
Okay.
That motherfucker, man, with the clown mask on, he's a fucking Jew prick.
Meg, she's the redhead chick. That's the best way for me to explain her. I'm horrible at explaining people.
You
I know. I'm funny.
Oh no. Okay. Well,
the dude,
actually,
the
we're gonna
black
try to help you out when it comes to the Twitch numbers because I know he's more on that. I mean, he's more into that world. And I'm slowly getting into that Twitch world my damn self. So now it's just a matter of putting the content out and actually pushing that shit forward. But
At
yeah,
least
we'll
I
help
was
you
able,
out with that stuff.
at least I was able to make her laugh about me forgetting names.
Oh Lord.
It would have been worse if we would have got Colbert's. It would have worse if
Can
you
you
would have
guess
got
my
her
killer main
her
and
dragon
survivor?
wrong.
Can I guess your survivor and your killer?
Yes. You
Okay, so
Damn.
survivor. I think if you were going
get
with a
my
guy, I
dragon
think you would.
wrong, but yeah, my survivor and my killer main.
Okay, so your main,
It should be very easy.
You have to.
uh,
You have
I
to
don't
be
hear dumb
using.
bullshit.
Claudette.
Jason.
You have to be using Jason.
And
You
yeah,
got to
I
use
have a
Jason or one of the other
feeling
hidden characters that they have too.
it has to be. It has to be Claudette and Jason.
Jason.
You use Jason
What do you mean, Jason?
or use Leatherface. I could see either one of those.
Oh, damn it! What's the female one? What's the female killer's name?
Well, there's Huntress, and then is it the new one that you're thinking about? The new one that just came out this season? Oh man,
Yeah, because every season, man, that they're gonna come out with with playable character. My cousin even got this shit.
hang on. God, I forget. Okay.
Oh, no.
Hag, there's Nurse, Huntress, Pig, Plague, Spirit, and then Twins. Twins is the new one, but God, that one is I hate seeing that one. Oh no, we lost her.
Oh no, we're getting her back. 1 second.
What about Justin? It's been a while since we've seen him.
Justin probably got off. Oh, this is just a 6 of us until I get Ashley back. Yeah, we'll wait to start season 3, but we still here until we get her back into motion of things. What's everybody else doing? Oh yeah, that's before. It looks like to me, Dukes is probably taking the shiznits.
Yeah, probably. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Okay. We got her back.
All right.
We got her back.
We're back.
Hey, we're back. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
So we were trying to guess your killer and survivor. And we did say Jason, but we didn't get her survivor.
I said Claudette.
Jason's not even on the game. For one.
No, no, hold on. Leatherface or
He's not on
or
the game.
are you the nurse?
Jason's not on the game. So.
Oh yeah, because Jason has his own game, Friday the 13th game.
My
yeah,
survivor
she's
is
right.
so easy.
Is it the dude with the glasses, the medic?
My survivor is so easy. It's shenanigans how easy it is.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I'm stumped too. Oh my God. No, and no one else here probably plays this game too, so I think they're all stumped.
Okay, so
I
who is it?
actually have a funny story about the Friday the 13th game. I got it. It was a free game. It was a free download. It was around Halloween. It was about like a year or two ago. I got the game. I only played like a couple of matches. I didn't really know what the buttons were whatsoever. I have like a PS4, so I was just like, I was playing as Jason at one match, and like all the kids were freaking like on their microphone, just like making fun of me. Like, this is a shitty Jason right here. Like, just like they were just like going all on the missions, and I was like tripping over my own feet and everything. And they're just like, "Yo, we just got to win this match. This Jason sucks." Like, they're just like 12-year-olds and 14-year-olds. I was playing. I was like 25, 26, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" I was just like, I just shut off the game. I was like, "Screw this game. I'm out of here." And that was it. That was the last of the Jason game. I just put it in my library and just got out of there. So I thought that was a pretty funny story to tell you guys.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
Ashley, so who is it? Who's your killer and who's your survivor?
All right, my killer is Leatherface.
God, and that was my oof. Yeah, I kind of figured. And then what was your survivor?
Sometimes Ghostface.
Oh, Ghostface too. Okay. And then what about
My
survivor
survivors
wise?
still have to guess.
Oh, damn.
Uh,
Trying to think. Ah, fuck. Who's?
Survivor
Look,
is so
there's 2 guys and 2 girls. There's 2 guys and 2 girls. God damn it.
okay, so I don't think it's Nancy. I don't think
No,
I don't
it could be.
her.
No, don't rule that out. Because who's the one that always has to fast feed and always got that medical kit?
Usually Nancy.
Oh,
That's still
God.
good.
This is crazy. Darnell, if you're yo, D, if you are in here, I know that you're probably playing that game right now. Type in that answer in the chat bubble.
My
Or is it
survivor
Lori?
Like blatantly obvious. My survivor is so blatantly obvious.
Cyber, I'm stumped, man. Listen, I do not have a damn clue.
My outfit
Or is-
should give it away.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
your outfit gets it.
Do you need me to stand up?
Okay,
Sure.
let's
Yeah,
see. Let's see if
yeah.
that-
She got.
She's gone.
Damn it! Oh my god, it's in the tip of my head. Oh man, this sucks.
Okay, hold on.
Oh. Oh wow.
Oh, okay. So
I'm just stuck on the pose. I'm sorry. Right,
she's stuck
Lord
on the
have mercy.
pose.
I'm just stuck on the pose. Like, wait.
Like, wait, what? I'm
Oh,
supposed to be your lawyer,
wow.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm fine.
If I
Mm.
So
Hey, Ava, I hope and pray that you're not doing what I think that you're doing back there with your camera off. Oh no! because he may see us. He may see us.
let's see.
Oh,
I'm still confused.
I am too. But I am too. Is that I mean, my outfit gave. I mean, I'm gonna say that my outfit gave it away. And I'm trying to think. Oh, it's got to be that man with the glasses. I mean, I just keep forgetting his name.
we're gonna play this game.
Man, I'm still trying to figure it out, man. I'm starting to think like, oh my god.
This is the unsolved mystery that you see. This is a case that we can't even solve. This is sad.
Is it Ashley?
Did you just look up that information, Cyber?
Yeah, I'll
You
admit,
cheated? That's why.
I was looking through her Twitch.
Oh,
I got frustrated, man. I was like, nope, I gotta look.
I bet you did.
Yeah, I did. I'll admit.
Oh man, no
She's over there
way.
laughing at me about it.
Imagine. Imagine cheating.
I'm so done with this.
He cheated, so it doesn't
Uh,
count.
oh, it doesn't count. Damn.
Yeah.
I know, I'm terrible. I'm sorry.
Almost doesn't count.
I should make you guess my survivor name.
Your survivor name?
The fact that you didn't know, though. When it's my name.
It was the very fact that you had cheated, and it was about the fact that you cheated, and then you had to look that thing up, man. I was like, wait, hold on. I was guessing on the top of my damn head.
My outfit.
Oh man, no way.
Hey, at least I admitted it after y'all called me out on it.
I didn't call you out on it. I was just like, yo, listen, everyone here, I think me and you probably the only two that probably had knowledge of the game to a certain extent. Everyone else here probably didn't. You know what I mean? But ain't that too bad.
He was gonna guess until he was a old man.
I probably was. I would
I was an old man. Wow.
He was gonna go to his grave.
I still don't know what Ashley's character is.
Ashley.
He would.
I would have. I agree. I would have because it was bugging me.
Comes from Evil Dead.
That's so sad. Anybody else got any questions for Ashley? We don't want to take her too much of her time and everything like that. I know she got other stuff that she has to handle, and we got other stuff that we got to have to handle.
Yes.
So any questions at all? Fire away at her. Until then, Ashley, take care of my core. Take care of my core bear for me. Take care of my nice baby dragon. And I mean the Yu-Gi-Oh card, folks.
I would if that.
Oh
man,
jeez, that's more of a. That's like a dagger to someone's heart just now.
Yeah, it is. That hurt a little.
I mean, it hurt, but I can bounce back from it. She knows.
Yeah, of course. Got to be able to.
Okay, well, take care of my baby dragon for me. Eventually, I'm gonna have to come and see my little pet. And actually, just thank you for coming on the show with us. I know we had to go through a lot in the last hour, technical difficulties, a whole damn 9 yards. So this is the time where you can shout yourself out, shout out the platform that you're on to get people to follow you, to notice you, and to check out my baby dragon as well. So this is your shining moment, baby girl. This is your final bow. So do your shout-outs, your plugins. Floor is yours.
If you follow me on Instagram at Kendo Stick Butcher, you can find my link tree in my bio, and that will bring up literally everything because I just updated it last night.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Twitter. Everything is on there. TikTok.
Wonderful.
Literally everything. Twitch. I made it super convenient. Thank you, Linktree.
Yes. Linktree is amazing.
Well, Ashley, Slashey, it's been a blast. Just don't chop on no one else's head. Don't chop on our heads. We greatly appreciate that.
2014 gimmick will come back for you.
Ooh.
Okay.
I mean,
if you do
to a palm tree.
If you would have showed us something like chop it off like a sheep's head, I probably would have walked away.
Man, oh man.
Ashley,
Mortal Kombat.
Ooh, straight up like a Mortal Kombat finisher. Finish him.
Oh no, let's not talk about that. Cause that something happened on Hard to Kill pay-per-view last night that I kind of need to express my anger about. But
But
Oh,
Ashley, it's been a blast. Boys, y'all give her a nice report. Goodbyes. Until next time.
all right. Thank you so much, Ashley. We really do appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Ashley.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
And shout out to Just Incredible too. Even though we'll make a special announcement, we'll have a
Bravo.
one-on-one interview with Just Incredible. We want to try to do that one
Chris, you're
over.
angry
I
with
know
that.
we just talked about that behind the scenes, of course. But Ashley, I'll reach out to you, and hopefully we have to get our t-shirts up. We can actually send you something when the time comes and all that. Well, other than that, I'll keep in contact with you about my baby dragon. Take care of Cora Bear for me.
Yeah. You can reach out to Jungle. We'll figure this out.
Oh,
Oh
see,
yeah.
there we go. We got to make
Oh yeah.
contact now.
Oh yeah, we will. Oh yeah, we will. She knows that. She'll be my valet sooner or later.
Bang bang. Bang bang. Bang bang.
thank, thank you, Captain Jack.
Yeah.
Oh boy, as I try to get her window down, boys, y'all know what time it is. What we're about
Have
to
a
do
nice
next,
day.
boys. You know what we're about to do next. We're about to do our weekly recap. What the hell went down in the week
What's that?
of wrestling? in
Yeah, let's
the
run it
week,
down.
in the week of wrestling, and that's Ashley. I'll chuck up the deuces to you, and I'll see you later. All right, boys. So, yeah, boys. So we here. So let's get into this again from the top. Do we really want to talk about Monday Night Raw? Do we really have to do all this shit? I guess.
I really don't think so. Just due to the simple fact of everything that happened with Drew McIntyre and the fact that he's COVID positive, and they're kind of, I think they're kind of scrambling because they don't know how he's going to end up, if he's going to recover, or if he's just going to need 2 weeks or what. I think we're going to probably see some more frantic stuff coming out of Raw next week, this coming up week, and I think it's just going to come down to what his prognosis is. Otherwise, I think it's like we said in the past. Shit in the toilet flush.
All
That is
right.
fact.
I'm gonna.
Like that.
Okay, fine. All right, fine. I'll just get the quick rundown. No one really has to say absolutely nothing about that.
You do
We'll just
you.
go. Yeah, I know. Triple H opens up Raw. Randy Orton comes out, disrespects him again, and called him a bitch. And Stephanie has the balls in his purse. Blah blah blah. Match is confirmed for later on that night. Ric Flair turns heel with Lacey Evans on Charlotte. Boo. Hardy, Elias, and Ryder's little double back match. Trash. Sheamus and Keith Lee defeats Miz and Morrison, then fights themselves one-on-one afterwards, with Keith Lee eventually winning. I don't know what the whole booking situation when it comes to that shit for. T-Bar wins against Xavier Woods because Kofi is apparently injured, so Xavier's really out there by himself in the woods. He's gonna get fed on, by the way. So not too much to really explain about that. Bobby Lashley squashes Riddle. And MVP afterwards has a match with Riddle too. This was just in the disqualification, so this is all just BS. AJ Styles defeats Drew Gulak, who tried to get in the number 30 slot for the Royal Rumble. Well, of course, that's not happening. What the hell is the point with Baszler and Jax and the whole Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke thing? This is why I've been trying to tell y'all they should put them belts back on the damn shelves. They don't have any teams for that fucking division, and it's going to make no sense you having those belts on TV with no opponents to go against them. And then you got to thrust people together. And last but not least, Orton and Triple H's match only lasted for 3 minutes. Lights go out. Triple H's sledgehammer gets on flames and on fire. Lights go out again. He disappears. Alexa Bliss is in the corner of the ring. She shoots the fireball at Randy's poor face and have him roll all out of control all over the mat. And that's how we end the show for Monday Night Raw. I don't know what the hell really to say, but the main point, as Cyber had once said, Drew McIntyre, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, as indeed is in COVID-19, so he's in isolation for a little while. So apparently, with that, self-quarantine for
9 to 14 days, he will technically be back. So either tomorrow or later on this week. But we wish him a speedy recovery. But sometimes these things you may not have no symptoms, but yet somehow you still have it. So this is one of those cases for him. We just hope and pray that he's bounced back on his feet, safe and sound. Let's go into the better show. Let's go to AEW, which was the New Year's Bash Night 2. Pac defeats Eddie Kingston in the opening match. We see this whole Pac and Lance Archer alliance brewing together? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Miro defeats Chuck Taylor. Now Chuck T has to become Miro's butler until Kip Sabian's wedding, which we know what the hell that's. Well, we don't know what that's really going to be. I've been hearing rumors that it's supposed to be at the bash at the beach. Little TV special in a couple of weeks. So, 2 weeks? But then again, with Chuck T, he doesn't have Trent's out with a tricep injury, so he's gone for 4 or 5 months. So they need to fill in whatever that they can potentially for him. I'm not telling you too sure. Moving on from that, Matt Hardy takes advantage of a private party. This is basically a parody of Vince McMahon taking control of his workers, not independent contractors, his workers. So this was the parody towards that. Basically getting cheap shot out of some money, and 30% of the income goes to Matt Hardy's pockets. Then we have the Inner Circle New Year's resolution, which was entitled which was just basically in breaking down terms, more gold, no fat chicks. Thank you, MJF, and stick together. Along, we have more inner turmoil going on with Sammy G calling Chris Jericho a tag team slut. Whoa, yeah, and Jericho eventually gets into this whole damn debate, and he debates that we'll have a 3-way tag team match next week. So pretty much going to be Private Powerful versus Jay Hager, Sammy Guevara versus Chris Jericho and MJF. Whoever wins will be the official tag team of the Inner Circle. This makes no damn sense. I thought Proud and Powerful was supposed to be the main tag team, but yet you got the sex guys, and then you got this shit. And then what's happening with Warlord right now? Inner Circle needs to do well. Okay, fine. Let me take this back. MJF just needs to say, "Fuck that." You know what the hell Chris Jericho is fucking doing. Sammy, you need to get the hell out of here. Just go. Boom. Let him be the deceitful little Jewish bastard that we see it. Or no disrespect, Cyber. We need him to be the little prick that's going to just say, like, you know what? I don't care. I'm just going to just destroy this whole damn thing. I'll be the last one standing there. I can say I destroyed the Inner Circle for myself. And then him and Jericho can go at it. Jericho can be the babyface. Boom. That has to be a better way to actually do that.
I could easily see Sammy Guevara going for the TNT title now, especially since Darby Allin has it. I could easily see that being a good match. I would love to see that. But right now, with all this Inner Circle stuff going on, it's just tying him up for no reason. Sammy just needs to go. See you later. I'm gone. And just freaking go and feud with Darby Allin. I would love to see that.
Now, this is what I see. I see it as they've been trying to do it for a minute, but the triple threat, like this, the triple tap, like team belts, I've been hearing about for a minute.
Yeah, we've been hearing about this for a
while. So you take a look at it. You could probably put Sammy and Pride and Powerful together. You could probably put Jericho and Pride and Powerful, or any which way somebody could get the belts of Inner Circle. You might see that. You might have those belts coming out. Jericho and MJF go after Kenny Omega as somebody go after Darby. Why not have it like the Inner Circle could be the AEW version of Undisputed Era or DX in the way. Everybody have all the belts. And Warlord could be like the actual male version of China. It's being a bodyguard for the whole entire team.
That is definitely a possibility. I mean, I could possibly see that happening, but still, I've heard stuff about the six man belts coming, but I'm just not entirely sure. It seems like they're running slow on it. I don't know if it's because of what happened with uh, what's going on in regards to some of the factions. We know that the Dark Order, they're kind of in limbo right now. The Inner
Mhm.
Circle, they're kind of at a crossroads right now too. So I mean, those might be on hold for right now because they're kind of trying to figure out what's going on. This kind of goes back to what Justin Credible was saying a little while ago. You know, about lack of good writing to help advance stories. If they actually had someone who was knowledgeable, had a good writer to help them with these kinds of situations, it would elevate them, and I think that would elevate them over the WWE, which I mean that's not a very high bar to begin with. Fuck those guys. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Wasn't supposed to say that.
Hey,
Progressive.
Fuck that, man. You want to be a heel? Be a heel, bitch. How about that?
Hey,
I'm
you
calling.
told
You know
me
what I'm
to
saying?
watch
hey,
my
don't
mouth.
don't say
I'm calling you a
Carter.
heel. I'm calling you a heel. Turn ass out because you
Hey,
haven't been proving no heelish tactic to me. You haven't proven a heelish tactic to Dukes or
no,
Fast or Mike. Or
you haven't
I
been
mean,
doing
see me or Nate Dogg.
this entire episode. You have not been doing anything. Neither has freaking anybody else. So I don't know why y'all coming at me all of a
Whoa,
sudden.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Wait,
whoa,
wait,
whoa.
wait. You was the one that was announcing for season 3. I'm gonna come at this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm like, okay, okay, talk your shit, gangster. But at the same time, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm expected to see it right out the gate. I'm like, okay. Again,
And
cyber
besides,
is not. See, cyber is dark cyber.
and besides, and besides, before the show hit, Sis was like, "Yo, they was calming down while the guest was around, so guest is gone. I can come
Okay,
back to the villain now." So, so
come on with
That
it.
wasn't what I was implying, but I get your drift. I get your drift. You just find a little bullshit, little leeway. That's cute.
But no,
bullshit
man,
little
Con-
that's
leeway.
Congratulations, you got
that.
one over me. Whatever.
Dude, that's what it comes down to. If they had someone that actually could legitimately do some writing and help them out of the situation they're in, I could see them bringing the six man belts out. But right now they don't. So it's kind of
I,
in the middle of the road.
actually, they can. It's just that just pull out the right time. Cause you take a look at it like this: you have Inner Circle, you have Dark Order. Not only top of that, you also had Death Triangle. You also had Jurassic Express. You have so many like Matt Hardy and Private Party. You have those teams, those stables. You could actually have 3 people come and fight, and everybody else can do what, and everybody else can go fight whoever they can.
Okay, so real quick, when was the last time we actually saw Matt Hardy in Private Party?
That Broly tribute.
That's about it. But when have we actually legitimately seen them like actually, be in a feud?
Like as a team was like feud against other teams, you have really don't see that, but you have seen Matt Hardy and the Private Party together as a team.
I still think it's just coming down to the writing. That's what I feel like. It's coming down to the writers who's freaking making up these storylines. They need to if they want to pull a trigger on it, they've got to give these other so-called, triple teams a chance to get in and actually get some camera time and actually build feuds to make it legitimate to where they say, okay, we need to pull these belts out now. Because if they don't, it's going to be exactly like the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. It's going to be like that situation.
I
And
can't see
that's
that.
stupid.
Now I don't see that like I said, as many people that's formed as a stable in AEW. I can't really see someone being like how Raw or SmackDown, how actually scratch that, how WWE is doing for the women's division. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sticking up for y'all women's out there in WWE.
You
But
sure
we
you want
know
to do
y'all
that?
ain't shit.
I was getting ready
Don't
to say,
do it.
Are you sure?
Don't do it.
I'm trying.
Austin, don't do it. Don't you do it.
Mister wants to turn
All right,
off his
that case-
camera when Ashley Slashey stands up. It shows us her little outfit. She wants to turn around and turn off his camera. You need to calm down with that stuff, man.
Booyah! See, I knew it.
Oh,
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it, man.
Calm down.
I knew when she got up and then you turn your camera off. I'm like,
You were like, hold
bro,
on.
that's gross, man. Like,
Hold
if you really are doing that shit, but then again, we're live, so I might not want to throw your business out there. So let me keep myself on the hush. Because you gotta remember, we're not on audio anymore. We are actually live. People can actually see this.
Hey, you know what the crazy part is?
No,
I really didn't see all that. I would have got something to drink. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Okay.
I knew you missed it because you was too quiet. I was like, he was here.
See, I told y'all. See, thank you. Thank you.
And he
Moving
can't
on.
even tell that I'm being. Never mind.
Right, right. Moving on. My God. So inner circle got some inner turmoil stuff going on, and they need to figure out the situation right now. The Dark Order next move, getting Adam Page to join them. And I guess now they turn baby faces now. So we're gonna see some baby face type of action going on between those guys.
Okay, so
did we get
before we move on, Blackheart? I'm sorry because this is a question I've actually wanted to hear an answer from for you. Okay, with them trying to get Adam Page to get in there, do you think maybe they're slating him to try to be the new head person for them, or?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it. It's still not like in like a negative way. I still feel like it's still too early for them to even try to fill someone in to bring in that leadership role because we're still mourning. I'm still mourning, and I don't want to see no one. That's like saying my parent had died, right, and then my other parent is going right back out into dating. The fuck, like no, we don't do that around here. Sometimes time heals all wounds, and right now it's just not the good time to thrust someone in that leadership spot. I think they're just trying to do filler episodes for right now for the Dark Order to try to just get them a little time, figure out their game plan, and then pull the trigger on it.
Okay, I got you. I understand.
So I wouldn't want, because I don't want other people to look at it like, damn, AEW is cold because now they gotta move on with this. And certain people may not feel right doing that shit. So you know what I mean? So I just say it's not really the right time to pull that trigger just yet. Soon, definitely will, but just not right now. It's still fresh.
Not within the next month or two. No, I don't see it happening. But
I would say within I'll say it's January, so right by that Revolution pay-per-view, which is like the end of February. They're saying that we can see something. That's like another 8 weeks.
Yeah, or else, the other way they could do it is kind of like the way that they started talking about the Exalted One, where, they were showing vignettes. They weren't showing who it was. They were just showing that, someone was coming. And we had no idea it was going to be, Brody Lee. We had no idea because as far as we were concerned, he had just left WWE. We didn't know he was coming. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they could do something similar to that starting at the next pay-per-view and then stretch it out a little bit longer.
That championship.
That's just my thinking, but all right, moving on.
Okay. Well, from that, we get conflict brewing between the Good Brothers and the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers end up defeating the Varsity Blondes and Danny Limelight. Exactly what Justin Credible was saying earlier on the show. After the match was over, we get Moxley coming out to try to brawl. Afterwards, then he's not alone. The Lucha Bros come out to meet them to even the odds, and as the brawl crazily ensues, and as it kind of dwells down to Moxley is in the ring with the Young Bucks, trying to placate this whole situation. And what did they get? They get a super kick from the Lucha Bros for their troubles. Now, hoping and praying that they actually rejuvenate this whole Young Bucks and Lucha Bros thing, because I actually kind of missed that. So that actually be a good thing, especially now if you have the Young Bucks trying to, pull out the Bullet Club ways, that they'll have to be heels now. So there's no turning back from that. And then, we get the Lucha we get the Lucha Bros to be baby faces. We get the repeat of what the hell we saw at the last Revolution pay-per-view. Oh, yes.
Give me
Or else-
that tag team championship ladder match part 2, bitch. I need that in my life again.
And I could easily see if they're really backing up Moxley, especially since they went out there at that point. Man, that would actually be amazing because then this would actually add on to the fact that maybe they might look at bringing the 6-man titles back too, because the Lucha Bros with John Moxley, come on.
Maybe, but I think Moxley would be more of a solo artist than just being paired up with people.
Just just as a brief thing, because what Renee's getting ready to have their kid, right?
Right.
So
Yeah,
I mean, it could be
getting
just
close.
a temporary thing, just to kind of keep him on TV for a couple more weeks, and then it end when he goes on hiatus for the birth of his kid. I mean, just to kind of hold things over, because once Moxley comes back from that, what the main thing he's going to do. If Kenny Omega's still holding that belt, he's going right after him.
Of course.
So
Of course, it's bound to happen.
yeah.
Next, we got the waiting room with Britt Baker. Britt Baker has Cody coming out as a guest, but she also didn't forget that she included Jade Cargill with the fucking abs of hers. Just pour some fresh vanilla ice cream on top of her ass and watch them shit melt. I call it how I see it, folks.
She's
So
just
Jade,
bad, period, bro.
Bless
You just
it.
pour ice cream all over.
Jade Cargill is all that in the bag of chips, but we still need to see her
Some
wrestle.
abs.
Otherwise, I'm not signing on for this. So she's out there talking her shit till Red Velvet comes out, it slaps her in the face. Then them two they brawling out, and then another brawl ensues. As Baker is trying to break up the whole situation, we get a video message from Thunder Rosa. Yeah, so now she has some firm words for Baker, and now the match has been confirmed for Bash at the Beach. The TV special for AEW coming in the next couple of weeks. And Britt can't believe it, so she's irate. Tony, you told me I'm not supposed to be wrestling. All that stuff. Real heel work. Next, we get FTR defeats Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt. I gotta really know what to say. Serena Deeb defends the NWA Women's Championship against Tay Conti, and she ended up retaining and win. Conti's slowly been improving, but the whole AEW division, I gotta take a shot at Tony Khan. What the fuck are you doing with that women's title? My God. Now, I thought maybe I would have the man beast, the transgender, excuse me. I'm not trying to throw her under the bus. But damn, at least we put the belt on her. She was on TV every week. She was dominant the whole 9 yards. Once you put the belt on Hikaru Shida, we've been seeing bits and pieces in and out of that thing. And as Justin Kramer was saying, we need to have those people come out on the weekly basis. Stay consistent with the booking and shit. Not just giving one match every 2 weeks.
And you see,
This is starting to off for me now.
This is exactly what Justin was talking about earlier. I mean, you have so many other people in the wings that could be coming out getting their time. Why isn't this champion getting her time? Why is it that she's not able to come in?
So that tells me one thing: they don't have faith. They don't have faith in the fact that she could be the catalyst for the women's division. That's why I've been telling y'all from before, they need to put the belt on Britt Baker already, because she's been well ready enough to carry that belt, get prestige, and more importantly, she can talk her ass off.
Yes, exactly.
They been so pulled the trigger when it came to that, but no, they didn't. Don't disrespect my dentist, you son of a bitch.
No, I think it might be. I think that might happen after that match between Thunder Rosa. So that way it would probably build her up a little bit more to the point where she might go after the title.
But more likely, if that's gonna be the case, she's gonna be going after the belt by Revolution time. That would be a good enough time period to build up Hikaru Shida versus Britt Baker, and then boom, you're off to the races.
Exactly.
Moving on from that, we get the last match, which was Darby Allin retained the TNT Championship against Brian Cage. To me, that was the match. That was the match of the night. Darby is just a fucking Steve-O in living color from Jackass. He is just the crash test dummy who may have said, and I quote, "I'm not trying to do this wrestling thing forever, but you're getting chucked like one day. You might actually be in that wheelchair by the time you hit 30.
I can tell you this. You know who I see in him every time I see him doing all this crazy crap?
Steve-O.
I see
Hardy.
Steve-O, but also too I see Jeff
Oh.
Hardy.
Yeah, Hardy.
Spike
But
Dudley.
Jeff Hardy was acceptable to the fact that we loved him for what he did. It's just with Darby, you see how his body mass is. So I feel like you throw him the wrong way, he's gonna get severely hurt. It's not
Mic
like
check.
it's not like Brian Cage can do that type of shit and
Mic
you know
check.
saying he'll be able to get out. We can hear you, Uncle Fats.
We can hear your facts.
But I just feel like Darby gotta be more careful when it comes to because he's a smaller dude. Compared to Jeff, he has a little bit more weight on him, so he can maneuver and heal up the right way. But Darby's gotta be a little bit more careful, man, because he's young as shit too.
Yeah.
And you don't want people like that going and be in a wheelchair like Draws did. You know what I mean? It's just you know what I'm saying. It's just one of those things.
But with Jaws, Jaws was a freak accident though.
Yeah, Draws was a free actor, but he was still young. That
True.
says a lot. That says a lot about the human body itself. Like the human body can only take so much at a certain period. Then what? Then your life is down the fucking drain. There you are, public housing or social security, whatever shit. You know what I'm saying? Your life will be officially the fuck over, except you're just breathing. And I just don't want to see that shit for Darby.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that Darby
That's why you gotta
retained.
stay in shape, bro, and eat your bacon, bro.
That's not safe.
all about the bacon.
That's not being safe, especially eating bacon.
You know what? No joke.
Cheese on it.
Hey, I will say this. No joke. I think what would help Darby Allin
Hold
is
on.
if he were to put on a little bit more
First
weight
of all, first
and
of all,
actually
first of
put
all,
some muscle
First of
mass
all,
on.
what's wrong with eating bacon?
I did not say there's nothing wrong with eating bacon, but what you were saying about Bill the Mad by eating bacon, and I'm like, bro, this is your noble tribute shit anyway. So that whole bacon line was just something for you and for your cousin too. So
No,
if this was going
cheese
to
on
Darby, Darby would have been like, why am I going to eat all the strips of bacon?
Let me explain. Let me explain this. No,
Oh
let
my
me
God.
explain. This has everything pertaining to fucking Darby, Skinny True, Allen. Okay, let me just say this. First of all, I respect everybody's opinion, but let's just keep it real. This is just a glorified 5.0 version of a fucking Spike Dudley with more moves and a better fucking promo asset to the character. Let's just keep it real and keep it funky. No disrespect. I'm tired of seeing people like him. Yes, he's young, but if you're gonna be a title holder, put some fucking weight on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got an icon who stares you in the face to look at you to see whether or not if you're worthy of a match. But then you're getting tossed by Brian Cage like a hacky sack. Like
Okay, let me be honest
this
here. Hold on
shit
one second, man.
doesn't
I saw
even
it back.
match like this because it's a waste
Uh,
of my motherfucking time.
Okay.
Wait.
So when I make statements like
Wait,
that,
wait,
it's
Cyber,
comical,
wait, Cyber, let him
but
finish.
it's also true. Like it, for me, it's just like I respect Darby Allin, but I just can't. I'm a, and I don't say this to be funny or to say it in a not in a homophobic way, but it's like I love wrestlers, but if you're gonna wrestle guys in your weight class that you know that can bring the best out of you. That's not bringing the best out of you.
So that's like
making a
saying Rey
mockery
Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar,
of
and we remember
whatever.
and we remember what happened with that, or Rey Mysterio
That
versus
was
Kevin
stupid.
Nash. You know, so what you're
Yeah,
saying
true.
is like you gotta go back in history
Okay,
and say
but
how many of
but
these
at the
smaller
end of the
guys have
day,
faced the
listen,
bigger
I
guys
get
and still created great matches for them.
I hate
right.
Don't side me. I'm actually
Even though
taking
Rey
your side, but I'm
Mysterio
just
did his
saying.
just dues, and we all said that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I understand what you're
Mm-hmm.
saying. Yes, and let me say this: I was happy that Rey Mysterio became champion, but at the end of the day, we've all seen the steps that Rey Mysterio had to go through to get there. Darby Allin is just coming into, not saying that he didn't have, like he didn't have no career, but what has he really shown outside of being tossed and getting injured? for him to get the TNT title. Like it. What about my thing was? Why don't you let Lance Archer be the TNT champion? Let him take that rage and defend the title against guys like Brian Cage and other guys like Kingston and anybody else that's of size that can really create good matches. Scorpio Sky, shit like that. Like, I can't get with that. Shit like that, I cannot.
Nah, I feel you on that.
I
I feel you.
feel like it's a waste of my time. You know what I'm saying? And it's no disrespect, but it's like I respect Darby Allin as a wrestler and as a person and what he's doing. But for you to hold that title and then really not defend it to the capabilities of a Brian Cage, like come on, that's like watching Spike Dudley go against Mark Henry. Are you shitting me? Really? What you gonna do the Spike Dudley dropping and Mark Henry's gonna get up and then toss his ass in 1, 2, 3? Like, come on, guys. We've seen this shit millions of times, man. Are you tired of that shit?
Okay, but you got to remember though too, man. We've already gone through an era of big guys being the only main draw, main event thing, and that was back in the 70s and 80s and going into the 90s. Man, these days now, not just looking at AEW,
True.
but look at New Japan Pro Wrestling, man, with the best of the Super Juniors, man. Yeah, they go against their same weight class, but they can put on shows just as good or even better than the heavyweights. And
So-
not only that,
And let's not forget Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero, Halloween Havoc, 1997.
exactly. And then also
Now that match was that match had the whole locker room, including the high top stars,
Eddie
saying
Guerrero
we
was
can't
a
compete with that.
cruiserweight.
So how about
Both of them were, and then both of them were smaller than your average bears. Facts. It is the point proving if you can actually
But you
build a great match
guy.
psychologically and give everyone what the hell do they want and something different, that says a lot to your audience.
Well, I'll probably think that what Uncle Fax is saying is trying to get like a cruiserweight type of a belt for AEW, so that way all the smaller guys could go compete for it, like the Darby's,
the Bruiserweight Championship. Sorry, that name is already taken.
Yeah, like have like a cruiserweight type of feel for the lightweight wrestlers that AEW has that could probably be utilized a little bit more. So for the Darbys, the Ricky Starks of the world, the Sammys.
okay, so
all the smaller ones probably go after
Fuck
the
the
side.
cruiserweight title. Fuck the name of that. No, call it the light. Call it the light heavyweight championship. Period.
Like I said,
You want to be different. You want to really make a name to allow these smaller guys to feel big. No. Listen to what I'm saying. Do not associate the cruiserweight with the light heavyweight. Make it the light heavyweight. You want guys like Darby Allin to hold the championship. Chris Starks. Anybody else in that frame like Jungle Boy. Those are light heavyweights. You can have them go for that. You put guys like Marco Stunt as a cruiserweight. Guys like that. You know what I'm saying? The light Bramby, you can put him as a fucking cruiserweight. But I'm talking about a pure light heavyweight championship.
True. And what's his face? Brandon Cutler.
Championship. So you have guys like Ray Phoenix,
So how
exactly.
where you put
So
Ray
you can
Phoenix?
have them guys
Where you
really
put Ray Phoenix and Pentagon there?
put on a show amongst each other with
Nah, they gotta stay at the tag team.
okay,
But they do real great as heavyweights.
I mean, if you're a pure tag team, you're staying as a tag team. But what I'm saying as far as maintaining AEW as a whole, if you create a solid light heavyweight championship, that will solve all of your fucking problems as far as your players in the back and the people that are coming in. because now you can associate guys. So when you have your main pay-per-view, you can have the light heavyweight champion go against the heavyweight champion.
Here's my thing on
See
that.
who is the best of the weight class.
Here's my thing on that.
It might work
This
out.
is
It might not work out.
okay. So you're telling me the Kota Ibushi's, which is now the dual champion in New Japan. You're talking about the people like the villain Marty Scurll. You're talking about people like Finn Balor. You're talking about all these people who are classified as lightweights. You're talking about that they should not be able to have any type of opportunity to go against someone like Braun Strowman or Luchasaurus or anybody like that just because they're a smaller weight class? Because if that's the case, dude,
That sounds some discriminatory shit, bro.
yeah, no joke. Because especially with the way the world is now, if that was to start happening, oh my God, all these wrestling promotions would be in trouble.
Hell yeah. And
That's
then
what it
it'll
comes
be, and then you have a mutiny in that locker room. Be like, wait, how come that these guys are getting better treatment than what the fuck that we do?
So
wait. But it's revolting right back to the early '90s, where the cruise. Wait, shut up. This is reverting right back to the early '90s, where they was looking at the luchadors as small, puny, vanilla guys, right? This is why that all the companies was grabbing all these big 300-pound or built up, jacked up person, because that's what they're so typically prone and used to. During the whole 20 years, we have seen the wrestlers from being buff guys to being smaller guys that can work.
And
you're gonna revert that thing to go right back to that world.
Let me go ahead and finish what I was saying there though. Okay,
yeah,
so we do this. No, you're good. You're good. So we do this, and we have this whole discrimination issue come up because of weight class. You can make as many light heavyweight titles as you want across multiple brands. At the end of the day, that is still not the big prize in that promotion. The heavyweight championship is the big prize in that promotion, and you're still going to continue to have those lightweight people show up. Like, for example, Rey Mysterio won the Cruiserweight Championship in WWE multiple times before he finally said, you know what, enough's enough. I'm going for the Heavyweight Championship. And he was going against people that were 3 or 4 times bigger than him, and he was putting on shows with them. He was keeping up, and they were keeping up with him, and he was putting in work. Same thing with Finn Balor back when he was in New Japan, and he had the junior heavyweight title. He went up, and he tried to compete for the heavyweight championship. He never won it, but he competed, and he put on good shows with it. Now, recently, going back to the recent pay-per-views that happened in New Japan, where Kota Ibushi actually won the title and defended it the next night. He is a lightweight dude, and he put on a show both nights. He would have, if he would have gone to WWE, he would have been in the exact same boat, 205 Live,
okay,
and
but
NXT.
Sabayeti, you're proving.
I get what you say. I'm sorry to cut off.
You're proving my point within your statement. I'm not saying, oh, just stay. Hold on, no, stop. You don't know what I'm saying because y'all are getting it wrong, and I'm gonna make it short and sweet and simple, and then we can move on. Every single one of y'all points is correct. Okay, it's just like in boxing. In boxing, you have different weight classes, right? And if you feel like you're capable of moving up to the next weight class, what do? You train harder, you gain more weight, and then you move on to the next class. Same thing you can do in wrestling. Rey Mysterio did it, but because you have way too much talent already on the roster, who won? That's what I'm saying. Instead of having all these guys going for number one and sitting there for their time of being put in these matches, create another class that is worthy enough. So when these guys that feel that they can move up to the next level to go for the heavyweight, they have proven themselves in their class. They can become the number one contender. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh, it's just heavyweight and then light heavyweight. No, but you got to give people kind of like a path to get to where they need to be instead of them getting booked in these jobber-ass matches that's just taking up time. People want to be entertained, want to watch wrestling, not miss matches that don't make sense. It's just like, okay, that was nice. We're tired of seeing that. It's the same shit
You got a
every
point.
week on all.
I mean, you got a point. You got a point about that. It's not about the whole mismatching and shit like
I'm
that
not
too.
saying
But
that.
sometimes the same thing how we always say about the same old formula that we watch for WWE program. We get sick and tired of that shit. Sometimes we always want something different, something new. It's not always about the entertainment. It's about keeping up with the times. You know what I mean? And sometimes when we see, friends, so just and this will be my final point before we gotta really move on. So what I got out of this Darby Allin and Brian Cage match, number one, Brian Cage should have won that match. I feel like it was time that you had to put some muscle behind that title to make it seem like it's a legitimate secondary pride. No disrespect to Darby. If it was Ricky Starks having that match with him Wednesday, I would have been more happy for that because we would have got a more exciting match than anything the fuck else. But when I see the booking and how that kind of transitioned over to Cage having that opportunity, and I'm like, if Cage doesn't win, and this is all gonna be full of shit. Because now it's not believable.
What's going on?
Now, granted that Sting came out and kind of even the odds and stuff like that, but only one scapegoat that saved that whole
Can you
angle.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I hear an echo.
It's not for me because the other microphone's off. So, it came from me.
Hi, guys.
Okay.
Let's just move on to NXT, though.
Yeah.
Candice LeRae beat Shotzi Blackheart. Okay. Finn Balor cuts the promo. Issue open challenge. Pete Dunne comes out and responds with Birch and Lurkin, leading to a beatdown. So Undisputed Era comes out and makes the save for Balor, with Kyle O'Reilly staring at Finn Balor like he never left. So I'm going to call it right here, right now. Probably next TV special or takeover pay-per-view. Triple threat match. Pete Dunne, Kyle O'Reilly, and Finn Balor. Main event.
I feel like the way that this is going for Kyle O'Reilly, I have a feeling that it's going to lead to him actually getting the title, or at least getting a short run with it.
Nah, this is what I see. No lie. I watched the whole entire show of that one, and how I see it as, can we see a possibility of Finn might join Undisputed Era?
I don't think so.
Because it's moments where like later on that night, Finn didn't have to come out.
Of course, he had. Of course, he did. He had to come out because he got jumped early on.
But like I said, listen to what I'm saying. He didn't really have to come out when that match took place between Undisputed Era and Breezango, right? It was Colorado who was getting jumped. Finn came out for the save, even though both of them got beat down. But towards the end, if you really take a look at Finn's face, how he looked towards the Undisputed Era, and knowing that Bobby Fish is out, can we possibly see Finn might join them?
No. Can't really. You can't insert someone that already belongs somewhere into another group, even though yes, Finn and what's his face? Adam and Adam, former Bullet Club members themselves, so they kind of give a little backstory to that. But I can't see that. Finn plays more as a anti-hero, making his own choices of the matter, rather than having just be okay. I'm a babyface now.
If Finn
Can't see that happening.
Era, that would be.
If I can see him, Pete Dunne, Birch, and Larkin join forces, that's adding more legitimacy to them. And then you can start, and then you have Bobby Fish come back and still beat the four of the thing. You can have a 4-on-4 again. And so you just don't have Pat McAfee really doing all the talking and shit for them anyway.
Yeah.
And you got someone that could be on TV consistently.
Okay, this is where what I could honestly see happening, just due to the fact of what's going on with Impact and AEW. I have a feeling that they could actually put Finn Balor with Undisputed Era because that's actually multiple people that have been in the Bullet Club in the past, and that would give them the opportunity to work off that angle too. And they could go up to SmackDown. And if AJ gets in trouble, there they are. They go out to run out and help him, and he could work with them too. I mean, there is possibility there because those are 3 Bullet Club members. I could see that happen, just so the WWE can capitalize on what's going on in another promotion.
Probably.
They've been petty like that before.
And then on top of that, you take a look at who they trying to get. Let's be real. Who's WWE interested in? Of trying to bring. And who is he? A former Bullet Club member.
And we'll talk about that when it comes to the wrestling news and rumors before we wrap up the show. Look, don't jump the gun for that one.
Yeah, let's move on.
Mm-hmm. All right. The Dusty Rose Cup tournament begins. The tag team tournament for the men started. We get the Grizzled Young Veterans advance. Raquel Rodriguez. Aimed for Io Shirai in the women's championship. We get Shotzi and Ember Moon joining forces for the women's tag team tournament. Gargano and Loomis equals trash. Kushida is aiming now for North American gold.
I love it.
We get Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher face to face ahead of the Fight Pit. That's the match I want to see next week. They better rock the crowd with that one. MSK. Okay. Before I get started, I know Dukes will probably say a few words, but Dukes, save it. MSK, the Rascals, made their debut and defeated Tony Allen and Isaiah Swerve to advance into the tournament. So at least they're being taken care of a little bit. So you can't be mad, and you can't be mad when certain people don't want to stay in one company for the rest of their lives. What's everyone's dream? Everyone's dream is to go be in WWE, right? I'm pretty sure this is MSK and the Rascals right here. I know. Take a deep breath, because I know that you pissed.
Everybody was there.
And everyone can't stay stagnant forever.
Exactly. You got to make that move.
You got to make that move. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, if it's a risky move, sometimes you got to just do it. Let me tell you this. MSK will be one of those tag teams that you're going to be getting them high, but they're never going to get behind the MSK. They're never going to push them to the point because they need tag teams in WWE right now. If they stick together, they'll be good. They'll be okay.
That's what I'm worried about.
What are they on? NX3?
NXT.
Yeah. Dude, why you taking shit, bro?
Because he's tight.
All right. No, scratch it. Uncle Fast, you want to know why I'm breathing so hard?
So this is NXT we're talking about?
Yeah, this is NXT.
Okay, you want to wonder why? Because MSK is the
name of the group is called Rough Riders.
MSK. They just took BSK, take out the B, put an M. Undertaker got to be pissed right now. Like, wait. How are you going to take my BSK shit, take my shit, and make it into their own MSK and put it on the tag team?
MSK. Okay. So what is this supposed to be, like making sad noises or something?
Listen. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
All
I
right,
don't know.
all right, all right. You know what? I'm sorry. I gotta do
Dukes, make it quick. Because knowing how your breathing is, you be taking a lot of time, bro. Just get your anger out and fast.
All right. MS, they should stay. I'm sorry to say
Who the hell did
MSK.
that? Yo, who the hell did that sound effect? Who the fuck did that sound effect back there?
From
Who the fuck did that? He
That
was
was
right on
a
point.
yo,
Yeah, like, I'll put it like this. Yeah,
Oh Lord!
I'm gonna break this one down.
Please don't.
And it's like MSK.
Don't break it down. Just get straight to the point. You're
That's
mad.
what
You're
I'm
upset that
supposed
the
to.
Rascals should have stayed on Impact. Matter of fact, they should have went to AEW. I can get it. They should have went to New Japan. But why the fuck did they gotta come to WWE? And then you're gonna keep going on Bray White and shit
No,
like that, which we'll get to that in a little bit. So I know where you're coming from. Okay, I understand. I'm mad that they gave you. I'm mad that they gave him the whole MSK bullshit ass tag
no,
team name. Like, wait. From a
no.
multi-billion-dollar company, but yeah, you gotta give a 3-letter abbreviation that's tattooed to Undertaker's stomach.
No. It's not even that. They look like some Mountain Dew character. Like come out with Mountain Dew, some type, like some bullshit like that.
Oh,
The
Lord.
light green and black and shit.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
You're really making fun of the ring attire, bro?
No.
Yo, no bull. I would say back, watch that whole time back. Think about what Mountain Dew.
Okay.
I believe.
What was the one thing that John Moxley said after he left the WWE? He regretted
The
the way
creative
his
process sucks. That's what he said.
and he hated his attire. He hated his attire. So oh man.
Yo, the only smart one out the whole group is Trey Miguel. I'm sorry. He's
Because he didn't go, right?
Yep.
Figured.
Desmond, Xavier, Zachary Wentz. They even changed y'all names.
Trash.
To
Once they signing in on that contract, please, their government names. That's all WWE property now. They knew it. They signed their souls over.
Yo, they changed y'all names into some genetic bullshit. Yo, y'all should.
Dukes, get yourself some tears. Drop some tears from your eyes. Grab yourself some tissue. Just take a breather. I gotta move on.
I'm not gonna say nothing else, man. That's a bull.
I gotta move forward. Scott, we get a Scott and Kyrian Cross promo. Time is coming. Zia Lee squashes some jobber, pledges her allegiance to some dark figure that was sitting on top of the ramp. Who the hell was that? Anybody know? That did the whole little open fist, kind of like Dark Order type shit, and I'm like, wait, you disrespecting Brody?
I hope that wasn't it because I would be.
I'm hoping praying that was he, because I would have been livid.
Yo, it'll be some craziness. It'll be like Tajiri, something like that.
We moving on from that one. We get the women's Dusty tag team tournament next week. This week, excuse me. Last but not least, we get the Undisputed Era defeating Breezango to advance in the tournament. Then we get Pete Dunne, Larkin, Butch coming out to jump Kyle O'Reilly on the outside. Finn Balor come out to make the save for them. So kind of you already jump forward from that, Dukes. So thanks for actually spilling that last part of the information out. Now let's get to the latest. Now let's get to SmackDown real quick. Jey Uso's coming in the very beginning of the show. Fire. He's coming out of his own, and I respect it. Yes. This is what, but they need to do one. But they need to do one thing, and just one thing only. They can't have the baby faces just do mediocre baby face promos. They gotta give them the Kevin Owens treatment. Let them just go, let them go rapid fire and talk their shit. That's the only way that we can get baby faces that real be baby faces. But the generic promo bullshit that we get from all the other people, it makes you to believe it's like no, they want you to paint them as baby faces, but yeah, we're not recepting them very well. So that's my only argument when it comes to that. But I love his promo in the very beginning. He's fed up. He's pissed. You know what I'm saying? He's slowly coming to a baby Roman. Then we get Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jey Uso with Shinsuke getting the victory over Jey. He's pissed because the referee's not doing his job.
And he got his old music back.
With the old music, yes. Shout out to Shinsuke with the old.
We got the whole music too on top of that.
That means he.
Then we get the boss, Roman Reigns, sending his guinea pig, Paul Heyman, on a mission to change his Royal Rumble contract over. I didn't request this. You better go back and make him sign it and change the shit around. Go. Real boss move. Street Profits, they still want to smoke with Rude and Ziggler. You see my face? It's a killer can face.
How did you feel about the Street Profits promo? I thought it was really good, actually, because it was just serious.
They always listen. Street Profits have always cut good promos.
Yeah,
always cut good promos. So I can never knock them for that.
Like it was still a babyface promo, but there was a hint of that dark seriousness. Like, nah, we want our belts back, and y'all gonna catch it when we see you. And I was really feeling that promo.
What I would love to see more than anything is, yes, the Street Profits getting their titles back. I would like to see that. But I would love to see Bobby Roode turn against Dolph Ziggler. Because I've been a Bobby Roode fan for a long time.
I was.
Yes.
He is a damn good heel. And I could see him turning on Dolph Ziggler, and I could see him going old school NXT, TNA, Bobby Roode, and beat the crap out of him. I would love to see that because, oh my God, man, I'm so tired of Dolph Ziggler. He just needs to go away at this point.
That NXT Bobby Roode was a heel. That was a heel.
Oh, the Impact TNA, after the Bear Money.
Yes.
Ruled.
Almost like a corporate Bobby Roode. Yes.
Oh.
You would keep your fingers crossed to see what happens next. We'll come to SmackDown.
Stephanie McMahon or one of them behind him too. Ooh, I could see him against Roman Reigns.
Hey, if you gotta keep saying "ooh," I'm expecting y'all girlfriends back there giving y'all blowjobs back there too. So don't be saying that too much.
What's under my desk?
Moving on. We get Apollo Crews. Moving on, right? We get Apollo Crews seeking advice from Roman Reigns himself. Roman lays the gauntlet down for Heyman to get his job done by the end of the night before his contract signing. I like what they're doing with Apollo. He's going to turn a little heel, but I had this little crazy little scheme in my head that if they don't get that whole Samoa Joe trade, as I keep my fingers crossed for, but it doesn't seem like it's not going to happen anymore. They're slowly going to get Apollo to fall into line with Roman. I know that you may say, but we can't see Tamina even going to her family's aid inside like that shit too. And this is Vince McMahon that we're talking about. He's going to be putting the monkey wrenches and screws all over this damn operation.
But I might see more Seth Rollins.
No.
No.
Seth Rollins needs to be by himself as the Messiah and regroup his cult again. No.
But you take a look at it.
I don't need to take a look at shit when it comes to that one. You can't have two top heels on the same squad, and then the boat is going to be ripping at the very end. This is exactly what MJF and Chris Jericho. But that's slowly going to come over, and it's going to burn that to a crisp. You don't want to have that incident here.
But I'll put like this. But you could probably put Roman and stuff like Stone Cold and Triple H.
Nope. No.
That would work today.
No, that would not work. Hell no.
Not the way Roman's character.
Too many big egos. They won't work. Even if they write it to work, it's not going to work.
And it's gonna be forced down our throats. So no, thank you.
Not the way Roman's character is right now.
It's not organic.
Yeah.
Now,
Mm.
let me say this: the only way that this whole angle with Apollo Crews falling into line with Roman Reigns is going to work, he is going to have to go like dark heel. He is
And
not.
that's what I'm hoping for. And you see, but yet you see shades of that happening for 2 weeks.
This
Yeah,
is
they
what I
did
would
tease
love
that.
to see happen. Apollo Crews gets put into a match similar like how Uso went through this. He gets a match and he loses. He goes completely apeshit. I'm not talking about like Uso wise apeshit. I'm talking like a whole different level of apeshit
Brian
crazy.
Pillman crazy.
He does that. Holy crap! That is going to freaking put him completely in line
That's
with
gonna
Roman.
lit the fire under his ass.
Intercontinental title.
Uncle Fats, you kind of in and out, but I know that you want to say a few things. Go ahead.
Okay, can I say something?
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I said this last year that I thought that Apollo would make a good fit.
Yes.
Roman Reigns tribe. The reason why I said that because like, Apollo Crews has all the potential to be a great superstar, even a potential legend, but he doesn't have that guy that needs. And I think by him being with Roman Reigns and Uso, it would help him kind of build more of an arsenal and kind of build more of a swag for himself. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed that the same thing that Black Card said as far as Samoa Joe. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but SmackDown is doing something completely different, and I don't know. It's creepy. Like it's starting to give a little bit more suspense where you don't know where they're going to turn. It's like you kind of have an idea, but you don't have an idea, and I kind of like that. It's like you can make all and who's coming, and it could be something completely different, and before you know it, they could just hit you with a bombshell. And I kind of like that. Paul fit in with the tribe and the chief, yeah, that's a smart fucking move.
Blackheart. I'm
Yes.
trying to remember.
Not only with
I'm trying to remember.
but be help with the group as well.
Mm.
I'm trying to remember this. Is Bruce Pritchard on SmackDown or is he on Raw?
He's on both.
Oh, he's overlooking writing for both?
Yeah,
I hope not.
he is.
Well, let's remember, Pritchard had his hand in Matt Hardy's Broken Universe stuff. He has had good story pitch ideas over the years. And if he has his hands in with the Apollo Crews one, he has a pretty good chance of actually coming out looking pretty good in this. Because he does have pretty good writing.
I mean, he's been one of the Vince McMahon's main guys for nearly 40 years anyway. So,
Yeah, but
who else can it be?
I hope
True.
he has creative control over this story because if not, Vince is going to screw it up.
I hear you. Let's move on to the next thing. Natalia versus Liv Morgan, trash. All because of Billy fucking Kay.
Can they just put her and Peyton Royce back together and they will become irrelevant again?
I don't know what to say about that anymore. I don't know what to say about that anymore.
I feel bad for Natalia. That's why I'm not hitting her with my normal shots. I feel bad for her.
Hey, wait, and I have a question too. Since when the hell did they put Tamina and Natalia together?
Because I think they are actually friends off camera, and
I think I
But
know
you mean
why.
to tell me you can't put Tamina with her family in that fucking stable where she can be rejuvenating herself again? Ugh, garbage, trash.
That's what they should have done. But for for right now, they're gonna put Natalia there just because they have something in common.
they're irrelevant.
But that plus did have second generation daughters of Hall of Fame wrestlers.
But they should be.
Other than that, that's it.
I hate to say it like this, but if that was really the case, the only person that's actually gained any huge momentum from being a, a family member or a child of a legend, a few of them, The Rock and Charlotte Flair. Those are the two names that pop to my head first and foremost.
And
Who
Randy
else?
Orton.
Randy Orton. Okay, yeah, that's
How about Usos? Roman, Usos.
okay.
Like
So
this,
there's like
this
4 or 5, but there's a lot more of them that are out there that are not getting any type of push. Like Tamina. Tamina's not getting anything. Nia Jax is getting stuff for all the wrong reasons.
but
But
look, I'll
Yeah,
put
they've
it
been
like this.
snubbing her for a while, and it's time. Now, if Tamina, I hate to say this, but if Tamina decided to leave and she went to AEW, she would tear AEW up.
I don't think
she'll
they
be
would
champion
wanna
by
bring her
then.
on.
I think she'd be a champion if she was in AEW by now. Like, come on, you take a look at it. Everybody has an opportunity to actually win a championship belt. When was the last time we actually? What was the actual last time we actually see Tamina win a belt? Even though,
Tamina even hold a belt?
no,
5
she
years
hasn't even
ago.
hold a belt. She hasn't even hold a championship belt. But I'm saying, like, when the last time we really see her with a push
Was
to actually get a belt?
She didn't even get tag team. She wasn't even tag team.
Nope. And that's sad because Tamina has dedicated herself so many years to the company. There are a few people that I feel like that they should get that, what Kofi has gotten. But Kofi deserved better when it got to the end. But Tamina deserves that time. There's a couple other people that I can't think of for some reason that deserve that time as well.
Everybody deserves that time.
Yeah,
Like,
especially if they dedicated so many years.
I'll put it like this: if you're not, this is what. So this is why I keep saying we had a discussion on the chat. Like, yo, if for a diva, if you're not that 4 horsewoman, everybody knows the 4 horsewomen. If you're not Charlotte, if you're not Becky, Sasha, or Bailey. Oh wait, my bad. Even Alexa Bliss, because she's the 5th member. If you're not dumb, you're not really going to receive that much of a big push, unless you're Oscar. Oscar's different because she's international.
Who was the 5th person?
Alexa Bliss.
Okay, she's the one. Okay.
Like I said, if you're not basically those 6 type of wrestlers, you're not getting that big push. It's sad for them. Like, come on, how many times we all sat here and said, all right, when's Naomi getting an opportunity? What was the last time we actually sat here and said, yo, Tamina deserves better?
There's a couple girls that they should have pushed
A lot
already,
of
man.
these wrestlers do need a little bit more. I would like to see Naomi and the EST as a tag team duo. I think that would be fair. That's a lot of agility, quickness, speed, power.
Yeah.
It's not for it, you know. That's the
Well,
shit that they do with these tag teams.
mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really build a chemistry on each other and just go from there.
And I can see that happen. But do you think WWE is going to do that? No, they're not. If you're not, like I said, if you're not part of the 6 women that I mentioned, you're not getting pushed. Hell, when the last time? When was all right? Even when Bianca Belair was in NXT, you ever see a guy with a heavyweight? You ever see him with a championship
No.
belt? Exactly. Even though that she was probably one of the best wrestlers that they had on that roster. Even though she was defended with, even though she was going against Baszler and Ripley. But you won't see that though.
Oh.
Just saying. But I got something to say about the last bit of SmackDown though. No bull. I can see what's going to happen. I'm gonna be our Raven. I can look to the future real quick.
Pick up Goldmember and bring his punk ass back to the future.
Nah. Like I said, the last bit of SmackDown, right? How we had the contract signing.
I don't know. You really think about that, Dukes?
Yeah, I'm thinking about that right now, like that contract signing and how they put KO in it. This is what I'm gonna say. Jimmy Uso will be back by that time, and he'll interfere. So that way, you'll see basically the full bloodline already started. Jimmy Uso, you got Jay right now, already there, but Jimmy will be back, and they were supposed to say the time limit of his return was supposed to be this month. What not a better return to come at Royal Rumble, especially a main event type of match when it's the last man standing with Roman and KO. Everybody automatically will sit there and think that Jay will be already coming into play, but why not Jimmy?
I don't know. When is he supposed to come back? Or is he already healthy and they sitting on it?
He's supposed to come. He's supposed to come back this month.
Also, yeah, he might pop up at the Rumble.
Yeah, so why not have him pop up at the Rumble?
Come back by SummerSlam.
Nah, this month.
SummerSlam, that's another 6 months.
Nah, but like I said, he'll come back. But like I said, he'll come back.
They're probably sitting on him. Then they're going to try to trigger him by Royal Rumble time.
Yeah, like I said, he'll come back a Royal Rumble, interfere. Then that's when you start seeing the full bloodline will appear. So whoever's the tag team champions by the end of Royal Rumble,
he's gonna appear and then leave for like another 3 months.
Nah, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but he's not fully here though, man.
This is what I'm thinking. No lie, he gonna come back, and whoever's the tag team champions after the Royal Rumble or lose to the Usos. And then that's when you start really building that Roman Empire. Because then you could probably then the whole mindset of Roman could be like this the whole entire time. Like, yo, this is what happens when you deal with me. You start to become champions. Take a look. I'm feeding. And take a look how you got to deal with me. It helps. Look at my cousins. Both of them are tag team champs. And it would be better if, as y'all say, Apollo Crews, what happens if he'll join the next show? He'll become a champion. So
I told you the tribe is like the nation of domination.
but
I mean, if Paul joins, that's what you're doing.
yeah, but
Because you know, Farouk Ahmed Justin, he leader, and then the Rock became the face of the nation domination. And I'm not saying that Apollo Crews is so that, but Apollo Crews could be that dominant like a Farouk and the tribe. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all still alive?
While the Usos and like D'Lo Brown and like, you know,
yeah.
and like anybody and everybody else.
I don't know. I don't know about all that though. But let's move forward, man. We took way too much on.
All I want to know is who's going to bleed first in the women's division.
Bailey.
Becky was the first one.
I don't know, but let's just move on. Baron Corbin defeats Rey Mysterio. Thanks to Dominic. Bailey hosts a new segment called Ding Dong Hello with special guest Bianca Belair. And now, after all that chit chat back and forth, they're going to have an obstacle course. Mrs. Perfect at its finest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mr. Perfect, but yeah, we're going to put it on Miss Perfect, which is Bianca Belair. And rightfully so, because blacks are more athletically gifted. So why not? Cesaro defeats Daniel Bryan, which I dubbed the match of the night. Carmella has some words for Sasha, so Sasha comes to her and challenges her server to a fight, I guess. I don't know how the fuck they're going. I don't know how the fuck that they're going to placate that. And then we get Apollo Crews beat Sami Zayn, who's in this whole conspiracy theory mode. We have a cameraman out there documenting him about how he's getting screwed over left and right and all that type of stuff. Then we get Big E and Apollo beefing outside, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you have to do what you got to do, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I see you, partner. You know what I'm saying? Well, we get a Apollo heel turn slowly brewing. Comes to that, and Big E. Watch. Last but not least, we get Roman's contract signing. Adam Pearce as he comes out and handle what he has to handle, stuff like that. Gets the contract signed. As he walks out, supposedly he limps. So now he has an injury. And since he found a suitable opponent, and we get Kevin Owens. So now it'll be Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble in the last man standing match for the Universal title. And that's how we end SmackDown. And I'm gonna go quickly over the Hard to Kill pay-per-view. I know some of y'all did not watch it last night. I actually did for the first time. So me being fully blown and exposed to that promotion and pay-per-views, and only reason I watched it was really for the main event. But let me just go down the card real quick. Brian Myers defeats Josh Alexander. Madison Rain announces her retirement from Impact Wrestling. Crazy Steve and Rosemary defeats Caleb and Tennille Dashwood. Violent by Design beats Tommy Dreamer, Rhino, and Cousin Jake in the Old School Rules match, which is basically just a hardcore style ECW match, pretty much. Fire and Flavor have defeated Neva and Havoc to become the Impact Knockout Tag Team Champions. Ace Austin comes out and issues a challenge for any opponent. And then we get a surprise debut of Matt Cardona. And Matt Cardona wins by disqualification because Ace Austin's heater clicked into play and got involved in the match. We get a triple threat for the X Division title, which Manic retains over Chris Bay and Rohit Raju. Right? Deanna Purrazzo retains the Knockout Championship title against Taya Valkyrie. Did y'all see that outfit that she wore last night, though? I was like, yo.
Hey, look. Hey,
John Morrison got himself a banging ass wife. So kudos. Now this match, I gotta go extra hard for this one. Karate Man versus Ethan Page. What the fuck? What the fuck did I watch last night? This was a bootleg Mortal Kombat if I ever saw one. And who wins this match? The Karate Man rips out Ethan Page's heart, fatality mode, and he wins. So do we get Ethan Page is dead?
Well, all right. This is what I'm going to tell you.
No, stop. The same way how we said Johnny Bravo, who shot Johnny Bravo, ain't going to somehow he's still alive.
No.
And he's not even going after the person who shot him, apparently.
No, this is what I'm going to tell you.
No.
All right, Ethan Page's contract is up.
No.
So they had to get rid of him.
No, but killing him.
All right, if we really take a look at it, they did the same thing. They did the same thing to the Bunny for the Butcher and the Blade. When she was in Impact, what they did? They killed her off.
So I can be killed, come back from the dead, and fuck your sister too.
Apparently.
I don't want to hear about that nonsense. No. Impact needs to have a better way to write off their people who are not going to stay in that company and going to go and find other business ventures. Not killing them all by ripping out your fucking heart. I'd rather see it at the end of the fucking Mortal Kombat movie than this. Disrespectful on all fronts. So that shit to me now belong in the fucking garbage. Next. We get the barbed wire massacre match. Eddie Edwards defeats Sami Callihan. Now that match is brutal. Somehow you got one-sided fence who's wrapped up with barbed wire. You got the ring wrapped up with barbed wire. And all these crazy ass weapons that's wrapped up in barbed wire. If I can see Mick Foley and if I can picture Mick Foley and Terry Funk and New Japan Pro Wrestling having a death match, this was a baby version of this shit. Wrong mind when it comes to that. So you can tell that their forefather would, were definitely those two. Last but not least, Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers defeat Rick Swan, Moose, and Chris Sabin in the main event. That's your hard to kill. And that's your hard to kill pay-per-view match card. Let's just quickly get into the news. Okay, so we got WWE set to announce the return of fans for WrestleMania 37, which is probably going to be in Hollywood, California. So it definitely will not be this year. It'll definitely be next year. They'll try to have some of the fans to come back. But they're really trying to have the fans to come back for Royal Rumble time, too. I do not know how people feel about the whole situation, but I guess it's somehow they can space out the fans throughout the arena that they can still get the whole Thunderdome still involved in it, then at least you can try to mix in the audience. I don't want to just have an audience full of people that all of a sudden now WWE is the cause of this spike COVID epidemic that's going on within that what's going on within their bubble too. So don't know how to feel about that. Special report: Randy Orton will not be participating in the Royal Rumble match. He is set to face Bray Wyatt instead at the Royal Rumble, which this is where I told Deuce this theory. If y'all follow Yu-Gi-Oh, right? I'm Weaver Underwood. Bray Wyatt is my Lava Moth. Kakuna Evolution turned into the Great Big Fat Moth. We're gonna see him come back so crazy big ass get up and rummage Randy. And then you get this big unstoppable Phoenix. Oh, excuse me, no. I'm gonna take that back. Not the Great Moth. He is the Wing Dragon. He's gonna be he's gonna come as the Wing Dragon of Raw. Yeah, folks. Whoever is Yu-Gi-Oh related or any Yu-Gi-Oh players that's on this streaming shit, yes, Bray Wyatt's gonna come up to be the Wing Dragon of fucking Raw. Nothing but fire. Yeah. WWE is interested in signing Marty Scurll. Depending on what happens with that situation. If he doesn't find a job in the US soil, then he has to go back to the UK. According to his visa passport situation that's going on, and because of sexual allegation charges that's still preceded him and it's still going against. So we don't know how they're gonna take heat of this and bringing him in and putting him as a wrestler and not as a backstage agent or producer. I don't know if I can see that. But let's see what Marty decides to do.
I'm sorry. Marty, go to AEW. At least you're with your friends. Go to W, you get destroyed. Literally.
Okay. Next, we got The Rock announces his new energy drink, Zoa Energy. See, The Rock should have been running for president. Multiple superstars across AEW, WWE, and Impact Wrestling have been affected by COVID-19. So the names I can't really display because they didn't give me the full names besides only one person. That's the person who actually came forward and actually said it on Monday Night Raw, which was Drew McIntyre. Is Jay White headed to WWE?
Please, that's so spray. Go to MLW.
Hey, listen, man. People want to go. As Scott Hall once said, you can either make friends or you can make money.
Mm-hmm. Get that bag.
That, you know what I'm saying? That's a classic thing that I gotta say. Now, if Vince McMahon pulls out a seven-figure check in front of his face, you think he's not gonna take it?
No.
Good luck with that, because you definitely would have done it too.
No.
Yes, you would have.
I'm dead ass. I really wouldn't.
You would have sold your soul and your dick to Vince.
Nope.
Okay.
If Vince, I'll put this. If Vince gave me a contract, I would not sign. If it was Triple H on the head, I probably would have decided to stay in NXT.
That's the same damn thing, but nevertheless. Okay. Vince McMahon countersues his former XFL colleague over abandonment of the promotion at the start of the epidemic to XFL, and apparently he was upset over Jimmy Manziel's signing to XFL. If the season would have kind of progressed the way that it did, he wouldn't last that long anyway. So, and that's news. That's the news in your rumor report. Sorry, guys, see about that. That's the end of our show, boys. We went live for 2 hours and 48 minutes and 55 seconds. Cyber Ye is going to come back into the fortune before we wrap this up. To the folks that came in and out on the stream today, thank you. We appreciate you, chopping up with us. We're still getting used to this whole stream.
Case in point.
Yo, know what we should do? Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We've been here for the long period of time. This is what happens. This is our first time actually on live, so please bear with us. But
Get them socials out, bro.
yeah. So
Fucking Buick. Fucking Buick. Okay. Yeah, that was See, we still getting through these technical difficulties and shit like that. So give us some time and some software updates and stuff like that. We can get back up to par. So at least now we know with multiple people on Wi-Fi, this thing is not going to work. So we're going to have to work out a different system, but we're still going to be live, folks. So shout us out here. Thank you to Twitter, YouTube, and the Facebook group for displaying our video. Saying run them numbers up for us, please. And once we convert this to audio, we'll have the audio version of the podcast available for Anchor, Google Podcasts, Radio Public Podcast, Spotify, SoundCloud, Podbean, and anything else that I have list. For the socials, just follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Twitter is off_ropes. And of course, Off the Top Rope Podcast and one for Instagram and Facebook as well. And as a special treat, because of the thing that's going so haywire today, we will have a one-on-one interview with Just Incredible later on this week. The date and the time will be determined, and we're going to do this thing the right way, man. Because today, as he said, it was a shit show, and definitely was a shit show. That's for me, Blackheart. I got nothing else to fucking say. So the rest of y'all, do your plugins and shoutouts and stuff. Let's just get the hell out of here.
You know me, short and sweet. I am _MBJ.
Okay.
Damn. That was quick.
Well, I guess I'll speak for Dukes. Shout out to your hoes, the weed smokers, baby mamas, and your invisible hand for doing you justice.
Shout out to all my 87 kids out there in the world.
87. So how many child support? So how much child support do you owe?
You don't want to know.
You can't pay nothing.
Yeah, skip it.
Yeah, skip him. Uncle Fats, do your plugins, man. Get the hell out of here.
Man, this is your boy Uncle Fats. You know what it is. I was quiet today. A little technical difficulty, but
I know. I was crying today too. I was like, yo, for real, not now.
So, yeah, you can find my book names Paul Jones. I don't do all that, fake name stuff on my social media. Straight to the point. So, but on the podcast, I go by Uncle Fats. Don't distract me, otherwise I'll give you 50%. I'm not crying, asses.
And last but not least, we got Cyber Yeti.
I'm sorry. One thing before I go. To that idiot that made that comment on Twitch, shit like that, and you can't say it, I'll smack fire out your ass.
Get him! Get him!
Present your face, my friend. We don't do that here. I don't do the cyber, but I'm a grown ass. Man, if you want to be me, you got to come on the show and state your case. Other than that, shut your mouth.
Adam.
Is that kid?
And last but not least, Cyber Yeti, man.
Guys, again, thank you so much. Had a little bit of technical difficulties to start of season 3, but we are off to a good start. Again, if you want to find me, I'm on Twitch at Cyber Yeti. Also, that's my handle for all socials, so make sure you follow. Boys, this is just getting started. We got a lot of stuff planned. I also got something in my sleeve that I'm going to talk to Blackheart about. So we got a lot of stuff coming. So stay tuned. We're going to be putting out some good stuff.
And like I said before we log off, we have a special one-on-one conversation with Justin Credible. Again, he's allowing us to have him come back one more time and get this thing done right. So we're gonna have that later on this week. The date to be determined, and the time will to be determined as well. Thank you to Ashley Slashey coming on the show. Thank you. Greatly appreciate that.
And if you're watching live right now, she is live on Twitch right now.
And she is live on Twitch right now. Ashley Slashey. Go look her up.
All right, boys. Been good.
Yeah.
And as Kenny Omega once said, I bid you adieu. End stream.
That's what's up.
That's a lot of chickens. I got some cheeseburgers, man, with no French fries.
You still stuck on food?
Yo, I just got a